Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Gatorade Victory Lane is where all the drivers want to be able to go to at the end of this day. You're watching the Full-Length Cup Challenge here live on Maconi Entertainment. Today, my name is Kirk Mills. Alongside me today will be Jeremy Briggs. And Morgan Cook is our producer this afternoon from Michigan International Speedway. I'm excited, Jeremy, for the Motor City 400. Tell me, what are you looking forward to this one here, Jeremy?
This is going to be some intense racing here. These drivers are going to have to be extremely patient to get through the 200 laps at this 2-mile length shaped oval track. You have to be very patient just to be to the end, especially with that strict limit to not get to that 11x DQ. These drivers have been putting on some great racing, though. High skilled drivers. They never failed. I'm excited to be here tonight for my first broadcast of the season.
Oh, I'm excited to have you here too there, Jeremy. Michigan's one of them tracks that's going to be real fun on the restarts, and it's going to be hard to handle in the corners once we get spread out. All right, well, let's talk about a little bit about last week. If you remember, folks, you might have been able to tune in and find out that Conklin was able to go out and win the dang race, and he's also the most wins in the entire series. He's number 1 on the board, 5 wins this season, 100 more points than the next best guy. I mean, the guy's dominant. Him and his teammate both are just doing phenomenal this season there, Jeremy.
Well, I guess what you're telling me is we're going to want to keep an eye on that number 58 tonight, as he's got those 5 wins. As we take a look at that cut line, as we take a look at those cut line right there, it's really close there between Matt DeConnie and Bobby Anderson, only 10 points separating. If you actually look at that, Johnny Avila, and you got Thomas right there, and number 88, just 11 points back. It's really tight. Anything can happen, but the races are winding down, especially here tonight with just a few left.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, I got to tell you, it's all about making the chase. And, it kind of brings me back to my youth a little bit. I remember good old days of the chase. We'll see how well it goes this particular year in our race and in real life. So you can see team standings. Ryko and Black Flag are now neck and neck for trying to get number 1 on the board. Team Conti currently sitting a little bit further back, P3, and the rest of your teams are on the board, as you see on your screen. Practice out there right now is coming to a close, and we're about to get things started. But the major story of the weekend, Jeremy, is who's on the pole. I cannot believe the driver who got the job done. This is not a driver we normally see sit up there on the pole or even in the top 10 in terms of qualifying. But today, something changed. It's Evan Mesnard in the 73 going out there, and his team alongside him is Williams Motorsports Development. These guys have really made something amazing there. They got a good set for this week, and they got the pole position. it's going to be hard to hang on to it. They got a lot of fast guys behind them, but it is truly astonishing to see that happen so early in the season. I mean, it's his first ever pole, Jeremy.
Definitely got the setup cooking tonight. See how that plays out throughout the race with the open setups. That's one of my favorite parts of this racing. Let's take a look at that starting lineup there, Kirk.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. You see Mesnard there in the 73, right alongside Robert Miller in the 15. He's going to be fast. You also got Jonathan Delaney right there in the third place spot. Johnny Avila throwing it back to Kyle Busch's old Snicker car. You got Matthew David Wood in the 16, starting alongside Paul Hill, 5th and 6th. 7th will be Nolan Hodgson alongside Joseph Galata in the 99. Starting in 9th will be Sean Conklin, last week's winner, alongside his teammate Dylan Basin, who finished P2 last week, 9th and 10th.
Just outside the top 10 in 11th starting position, you got Casey Graves. 12th starting position, you got Ralph Hutchinson. 13th starting position, you got Adam Benefield. 14th spot, you got Lucas Hoitzma. 15th starting position, you've got the number 67. And in the 16th starting spot, you've got Alan Duggar. 17th starting spot, you got Nicholas Isaacs. And in the 18th starting position, you've got Andrew Dyson. 19th starting spot, got Paul Gallimore. And rounding out our top 20, Dustin Hall.
Starting in 21st will be Alex Coffey alongside Nicholas Vroman. Has a long way to go to get to the front. He's fast. 23rd, Wesley Napier starts in the 52 machine alongside Neil Pearson in the 62, side by side. Bobby Anderson will start 25th in the 5. He owns the league alongside Corey Moore in the 42 for 26th. 27th, Blake Kluwat in the 14 machine alongside Tyler Hunter in the 48, starting 28th. Starting 29th tonight will be Devin Medeiros alongside the 8 of Blake Giglio.
31st starting spot, you got Timothy Harper. Coming out of the 32nd position, you got William Owens. 33rd belongs to Hunter Truel. 34th belongs to Dave Hoitzma. 35th belongs to Kevin Zozak. And the 36th starting spot, you got Stephen Williams. 37th goes to Jason Taylor. Coming out of 38th, you got Tanner Marty. 39th goes to Jose Medina. And then the 40th starting spot is Cliff Mullins.
Rolling off here in the final spots will be Sean O'Brien Jr., Thomas Kulmacheski, and that will be our entire field here for Michigan as we're now crossing the stripe to get one more lap before the green flag. Just from now to the backstretch, tell me all about this race here, Jeremy.
We got 200 laps is the distance. Lap 45 is the end of stage 1, and lap 120 is the end of lap stage 2 there. 6 tire sets in the pits, and you got incident limit there of 11x. Drivers are going to be patient. Got to get through all 200 laps. That 11x can happen very quick with the wrong bump there on the start. I am so excited to be a part of this. These drivers are lined up. Pace car lights are off. Let's get ready to go to the green.
I'm here with you right now, Jeremy. I tell you, it's going to be exciting. 42 cars going out there to try and win, and so many different race teams, different backings, different setup shops trying to go out there and compete. But right now up front, you got 2 Chevrolets leading the way, followed by a Chevy and a Toyota in row 2, and the rest of the cars filed in behind. But it is Mesnard. How will he handle being on the pole position for the first time in his career? This is going to be really cool to watch. I mean, it's so cool for that 73, trying to get those tires warmed up, washing them side to side, down the back end to turn number 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you so much for joining us here on Maconi Entertainment for the full-length Cup Challenge from Michigan, folks. Through the final couple corners before we get the green flag. Reach down, pull them belts tight one more time from Michigan. For the first time ever, Mesnard on the pole. Pace car is going to dive down into the pit road, and here we go. They got a ways to go to get to that restart zone. But once they're there, we're going to go ahead and go on and boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
So far, nose and tail. Right here in the turn 1 and 2 for the first few starters. You can see starting to fan out right there for the couple rows back. It's probably the 4th row back. Everybody's still double file through there. You can see 3 wide further in the back of the field right now as everybody starts to get into a rhythm here and get those tires warmed up and into the goods.
You can see it's already 3 wide in the middle of the pack. You got a lot of lanes to work with. Up there on the top, you can see Conklin trying to make some momentum work on the top, but crossing the line to lead lap number 1, it's Mesnard hanging on to the top spot.
Right on board here is Mesnard, like you talked about at the beginning of the show. First pole, doing a great job leading the field so far. You can see all the drivers right there trying to get around him. Tight battle right there for second spot between Avila and Delaney.
Yeah, holy cow, they made a little contact right there. 6 car had to shake him off of him, but take a look at how fast that 17 went from back in 9th place all the way up to the top 5. He's now trying to go for the lead. It's there, 3 wide. Look out, Avila in the middle. Delaney on the bottom. The 17 sitting there right on the bottom, trying to catch up between all 3, but that time it's Johnny Avila leading the lap. Still 3 wide for the lead heading into turn number 1, and Delaney's going to try and send it in and slide it up.
Wow, what a battle we have right here for the lead. We had talked about getting through all 200 laps. These drivers right now are acting like this is the last lap, but doing a great job of still keeping it clean. That just goes to show you the skill of this lead.
Yeah, Dustin Hall, by the way, you saw him at the bottom of your screen. He was slow. He went from the pit lane, so he was not necessarily up to speed with these top guys. Just know he's going to have to go from the back to get towards the front again, as they're still 3 wide in the middle of the pack. But Jonathan Delaney able to take over the lead as Conklin moves into second. Is there sliding? Basin heavy into the inside wall. Basin's out. Heavy left front damage, and that is not going to help him chase down his teammate in the point standings. Oh my goodness. No caution yet. We stay green, it looks like.
Single car incident. Let's get a look at this replay. As you can see, Basin up here at the top, gripping and ripping their top of 3. Ooh. Oh, just gets tagged in the left rear.
Wow.
Paul helped make contact there. Yep, just slight contact, and that just end his day, most likely with heavy damage.
Oh, that's terrible for him. Yeah, he's done. That other front, that was a heavy impact. You're not going to come back from that one there, Jeremy. It's over for him, it seems like. He might get a few laps because it's so early, but I mean it might take him 20 minutes to get back out there. I don't know. We're gonna find out together. The battle is still on for 4th though. Johnny Avila, Evan Mesnard has fallen back to 4th and 5th, as Sean Conklin had during that replay overtaken Jonathan Delaney for the lead. New leader up front, Sean Conklin. One teammate gets out, the teammate goes straight to the lead, and now you're seeing all the moves happen down the front straightaway with the drafting going on. It's really fun to watch.
If we look at this battle right there with the 4th, 5th, 6th, just to the edge of the top 10 right there, as we're watching these drivers battle it on. That 99 has got some sweet paint right there.
Yeah, that 99, right in front of him, though, that 99, you got that 15 car right there. He just vanished out of nowhere, and he just came back. He just spawned in a little bit ago, I guess. Connection issues for the 15. We'll see if that continues throughout the night or if it's just a one-time deal. But most of the field has really started to spread out from the front to the back. But these guys, man, no spreading going on. It is 3 wide battling for position, trying to get all they can get.
Doing a good job still there in the top 5, getting heavy pressure though on the inside from Miller. Watching these drivers fan out every time they go into these turns. Everybody trying to do the best job they can to keep cleaner on the nose. These cars are so dependent.
Oh, there he goes. Evan Mesnard goes around, slides with the 99. Look out for the tire barriers. He misses it. 2 cars slide. Caution's going to come out. Evan Mesnard and the 99 of Joseph Galata both involved in that one. Let's take a look and see what may have caused that. Contact sends them sliding, but not terminal damage, Jeremy.
Yes, as we get a look at this replay, these drivers may have gotten away with just a really lucky incident right here. You'll see them get really loose right there, starting to chase it up the hill. Oh, and it just kind of goes up the hill. I'm not sure if he knew it was 3 wide, but contact looks like almost caught the barrels right there at the end of the pit road. So we'll get
it's not the first time he got loose tonight, Jeremy. This car just been off the rails most of the night. Yeah, let's take a look from the onboard. Galata, this car is just like really loose. And you'll notice here in a minute, a certain car who started outside of the top 20 has now joined the picture. But man, look at him fight the wheel in the center, fighting, and he had to turn right to save it, and there was Mesmer.
He was doing everything he could right there. I'm not sure if he caught the seam with his left sides and the car just lost balance, but he was doing everything he could to try to make not only not collect himself in a wreck, but not anybody else. But honestly, it looks like just no harm, no foul. But unfortunately, there is a lot of cars here tonight, so falling back in the pack can be hard to come back by.
Well, I got to tell you, the driver we're looking at right now, Jeremy, is who I was referencing just a minute ago. Thank you, our producer, Morgan Cook, for getting that. So you can see Nick Vroman right there, sitting P7. Remember where he started. He started 22nd. He is the biggest mover of the race so far, I believe. I want to make sure. Yep, I believe he is. Giglio is tied. So the 8 car started back in 30th. He's up to 15th. He's halfway there. And now we got another caution, so that just means we're going to get another gaggle of cars all lined up double file throughout the field, back for another restart, and chaos could happen just as easily. The biggest surprise of that first dash is what happened to Dylan Basin. You can't believe second place in points, getting a little contact, sending them down, and hitting the inside wall hard. Jeremy, what a heartbreaker for that team.
It's a big heartbreaker, especially early in the race like that, and not even to be able to collect any stage points. That really just puts a big dagger in the night. Definitely gonna want to forget this race for sure. Not sure what the points are gonna look like after this, but it's gonna definitely put a pretty big hole in the season, especially with every point mattering in this type of format.
Yeah, just to be able to make it, you know, it's very important. But luckily, those two kind of have themselves kind of a gap on the rest of the field. But it is going to narrow that battle between second and third. And if Conklin, who our points leader is right out there staying up front, if he stays up front all day and get another 70 points day, it's just going to make it even more like he could have a bad week here or there. He can go on vacation to Tahiti if he wants to. I mean, he doesn't have to show up, and he'd be fine. He's got plenty of gap, won 5 races this season already, trying to get number 6. As we're now going to go ahead and get ready to double up for the restart, you can see our new top 5. Let's go ahead and bring through the top 10 on the boards. On the top 10 right now, it is Sean Conklin leading the way. He started 9th, moved up to 1st. Jonathan Delaney started P3. He only moved up 1 spot to P2. Johnny Avila, he started 4th up to 3rd. Robert Miller started 2nd, dropped back a couple spots to 4th. You got Ralph Hutchinson sitting there, P5, who started in 12th. Also made up a lot of ground in that 19 machine. So there's a lot of comers and goers going on tonight. You can see right there, this is just right now before this restart, all the drivers in our top 10, and this will probably change. It is amazing to see how quickly you could shift from the back of the field to the front of the field, given these restarts chaos that tend to happen here in Michigan. But right now, Conklin and Delaney sitting on that front row, Avila sitting in that second row, right there in that 63 machine, and Robert Miller on the top side. These 4 cars are going to have the freshest clean air out of anybody in the whole field. They got to keep that. That makes their cars run at utmost peak performance, and we'll see how they do. Out of turn number 4, pace car is going to go right back down pit road, and we're going to look for that little white line restart box. You can see that right there on your screen. Once they head through that box, the leader can go whenever they so choose. On the gas, we're back underway with lap number 10, I believe.
If you watch these drivers fan out here through turns 1 and 2, just a couple rows, in a 3-wide situation right now. You see how that early caution with these cars, a lot of these cars getting involved in wrecks, and catching that inside wall. See if the drivers kind of change the way they're racing real quick, and see if they can get through stage 1 green the rest of the way. I'm not sure on fuel if these drivers can go the rest of the way on stage 1 on fuel, but we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to keep an eye on that throughout the rest of the run for sure. Stage 1 is always a good way to be able to judge how far we can go on this. But you can see drivers are spreading out all the way up to the second lane from the top. That was Galato. Remember earlier we saw him spinning. earlier, just a very short while ago. Guess what? He's already back up to 6th, trying to go for 5th on Paul Hill, going right back up to the top lane. 2nd from the top, not ripping the wall necessarily, but he's going to the outside of Paul Hill, carrying a lot of speed.
Now, I know that that spin probably made his tires extremely upset, but doing a great job of not coming down pit road, putting a set of tires on. He just restarted pretty much where he ended up after that spin. He's trying to march his way back up through the field because he knows how important it is on that clean air. You're getting that back towards the back of the field and you can't move forward. It's going to be hard the rest of the night.
Yeah, well, up front, it's starting to get pretty racy. I see Avila up there in P2. He's trying to go up to the outside of the 17 for the lead. He went into that corner. He was on the back bumper going in, so he might be able to carry some momentum. Let's see what happens on the exit. Will he gain any momentum? Try to get by that 17. He's closing in, but I don't think he's going to make a dive out anytime soon, but that's just so difficult to make a pass for the lead when you're in his position. Just behind them, you'll see the Gulata machine now making a pass for 4th by the 15 car, Robert Miller.
Just marching right back up into that top 5 like nothing ever happened. There for Gulata. As the pressure is on for lead, maybe he's trying to ride it out, but doing a great job there of Avila. Just keeping the clean air on his nose, trying not to use up his tires, and just sitting there being patient. Honestly, the line he's running is helping him get a good run down the front stretch. Obviously, the draft isn't a big factor when you've got another car not behind you, but it can definitely help keep you in tow. Like you see, he's getting his nose nice and clean right there, and get a good run down the backstretch. As we take a look through the rest of the field, right there at the edge of the top 10, you got a battle. 4 cars. Benefield, Hodgson, Lucas Hoytsma battling out here, trying to get in the top 10, get that final stage point.
Absolutely right. They want to be able to get that stage point. Any point matters, right? It's able to get you an extra few bonus points if you gain a few spots in the chase. Always good. But it looks like what I can tell you looking at this field right now is that it's a lot less chaotic than what we saw at that first restart. There's still guys going up to the wall almost. June Salim being one of them, trying to get to the outside of Giglio. Giglio's able to cut him off and hang on to the position. But those two guys are trying as many lines as they possibly can to gain what they can. But right now, I don't think many people are trying to save tires unless you're running right there in the bottom lane or the 1 lane up. You'll see that being like the try and sit and wait. You're not going to try and pressure anybody else. You're going to see that be the dominant line for the majority of this run when they're single file. You can see them going to turn number 1 here. But the thing is, you still get folks that want to run 3rd lane, 4th lane. They're okay with doing that. They think they're able to get bigger runs and make a pass for position right in front of them if they are able to do so.
You're right on board here with Paul Hill looking back at the front nose there of Adam Benefield. Benefield been using that bottom quite frequently there in turns 3 and 4. Might have something starting to work there.
Yeah, he's one of the best bottom feeders I've ever seen. He's able to run the bottom of the racetrack and keep his left side tires on the white line better than any other driver I've ever seen. That's Benefield right there. He's able to save his tires on the long run better than most folks. He can hang on the bottom longer than most folks. And he's just an all-around great driver. Able to compete at a high level. As up front, we got a little bit of a side-by-side battle here. You can see the 19 and the 15. And now Matthew David Wood trying it. As further forward, this is the battle for the lead on your screen too. He's able to get runs really well on the exit of turn 2, but on the front straightaway, it's just not the same. 63 gets to the back bumper, but once he hits 2, will he dive? Let's find out. He's there. Not quite this time. He'll have to fall in and wait a little bit longer.
The air coming across his nose, you can see a little wiggle there through the middle of 1 and 2. That's going to break his momentum and bring some cars to his back bumper. Delaney and Gulata making a push. The battle for seconds now on here.
You know, it's so hard to rip the fence right there and make it go fast, and that's what Avila's trying to do right now. You see that Delaney went down to the bottom, and that difference is evident. You can see the 63 pulling away on the straightaway from that 6 car, even though the 6 car has his draft. It's not enough. But that 63, he's going way up to the top in 1 and 2 again. He's trying to do the same thing to get the lead here if he's able to carry the momentum.
We can't keep an eye on these drivers. Well, look at that momentum he carries down the straightaways. I'm starting to feel the top lane might be coming in here just a little bit.
The higher you run, the looser the car's going to feel there. It's just how it is. You got to fight to make the top work the longer the run goes. You can see on the screen Paul Hill in the 26 battling with the 19 of Ralph Hutchinson. One of them going the right way, going towards the front, and the other one going backwards. Remember, Ralph Hutchinson started the day in 12th. He's up to 9th, but Paul Hill, he started 6th. He's dropped back to 8th, not going the right way for that vehicle right there. Oh boy, Benefield's getting right on that quarter panel, trying to get in there. Doesn't look like it's going to happen there. He might have to push him down the straight to try and avoid getting past from Hodgson there in the 12.
Hodgson.
Oh, there's a crash. Oh, 30 car. William Owens in the grass.
No yellow, single car incident. Well, potentially a single car incident. We'll see what the replay says. Watch him come down the back stretch here. Into turns 3 and 4.
That Precision Speed Solutions machine. Oh, he just hit a bump, got loose, fighting it, and just couldn't hang on to her. Got in the grass, and it looks like, did he hit anything? Inches away. He just wanted to make it a little interesting there. Well done, staying off the barrels there, don't you think, Jeremy?
Holy cow. That was well executed.
Yep.
Just trying to save that car as he's back on track. With some probably very unhappy tires right now. The stage, I believe, is just halfway over at this time.
Coming down to the end of this little run here. That 80, oh wow, look at that. The way he dives down in the corner. He had so much speed compared to those around him, but he's loose going up the hill. He's trying to keep the car going straight. This is kind of a, again, to use the word of the day, gaggle of cars right here. You can see on your screen. I'm glad we're seeing the high above. Everybody's so close. One little wiggle from you, you'll lose a lot of spots, but you can gain it right back when everybody else makes their mistakes. Because look, they're not all just running the same line. This is a multi-groove racetrack. You can make any line work if you got the car to handle it and the driver to perform it.
Further throughout the field.
I saw that 14 hit the wall a little bit ago, actually. Blake Clue out there in the 14 machine. He got up into the outside wall very lightly on that last restart. And 21st, not the place where he'd like to be. We've seen him run up towards the top 10 in the past, and maybe he's just trying to take it easy early on, but hitting the wall definitely doesn't help the car.
He was completely sideways there for the Sean O'Brien machine. There through 3 and 4. Honestly, it was a great save, but lost a tremendous amount of spots. This is our longest green flag run, I believe, yet so far. These drivers, if you've got handling issues, they are starting to show up. We look at our pole sitter, who was actually involved in an incident earlier in the event. He came down and took tires, I believe, after that incident. One driver that didn't take tires is still up towards the front of the field, so it's kind of like one of those you damn if you do, damn if you don't instances. But I think Mesnar doing a good job with those fresh tires, cutting through the field. We'll have to see how it plays out here towards the end of the stage, having a set of tires already used.
Yeah, he's going to need to work on that car to make sure that that thing's able to get back up towards the front. What I've noticed, look at our top 3, Conklin, Delaney, and Vrolman. They are all running very different lines. That last time by, like each one of them had their own dang lane, and Avila dropped back to 4th while we've been talking. And so with him losing another spot, the top 3 starting to separate themselves, and Benefield even moved up to the top 5 as well, moving up even more.
I was just going to say that since the last time we talked about that driver, he has moved himself up 5 positions. And like I said earlier, he's just wrapping that bottom. Lap after lap, doing the same thing over and over again, not upsetting the tires, just being patient with the car, picking them off, letting it come to him.
Like I said, he is the absolute best when it comes to riding the bottom of the racetrack in this series. I've never seen anybody do any better. Dyson's close second, but I still think Benefield able to do that pretty well.
And you've
You
got
can
to be
see how-
so patient for it, dude.
Yeah, you're right. You got to be patient. There's no way you can do it if you're trying to get all you can get on the restart. He had to be patient every single chance he had. That's why he wasn't up in the front at the beginning of the restart. He was towards the mid-pack. He had to go quite a bit of spots to get up to where he is. Now sitting in the top 5 spot as P2 and P1. You know, I think P1's, holding a comfortable lead over the rest of the field there, but that draft just keeps him in check. And that's what it's going to be looking like as we're going back here now. Take a look here at Harper here in the 23. Got up in the outside wall a little bit ago. Now battling with the 62, who's loose off turn 4, having to get down and out of the way. That driver right there in the 62 is having himself a very interesting year, to say the least.
Yep. Pearson trying to keep it straight here tonight. There was a lot of pressure around him. It's just all that dirty air too. And these drivers had their hands full. As we look further back up the field, Benefield, Avila, Roman. What a battle here.
Yeah, you're right. And this is just how it is week in, week out. You could almost always expect to see Benefield. You could also see Vroman there. Always up there. We call Vroman Vroom Vroom. At least that's what Justin likes to call him. And he's not here this week, but I'm sure that's what he'd be saying moving forward as he goes. And P2, Delaney's trying his best to get there too. These guys are just running as hard as they can trying to get this stage win here. Vroom Vroom Vroman is actually on the back bumper of that 95. So it's definitely something that he embraces for sure.
That's a Twitch handle right there. But we're going to foul. We got a battle for the lead. We're doing all this talking about a Twitch handle. We're side by side for the lead. Sean Conklin was checked out there, but Delaney said, "Here I am." We're about to have a big battle for the end of this stage here.
17 did something really smart there. He pinched the 6. He came down and he wouldn't let the 6 car go up any higher in this lane. And that's what had him hang on to the lead. But it opens the door now for the run for Roman. Where's he going to go with it? He's going to the top, trying to make it a 3-wide move. Delaney on the bottom. He's got the advantage. He's got the nose out in front. Both loose. Oh, he's in the outside wall.
Conklin's car having some handling issues here as we got a new leader that lap. Number 6.
Jonathan Delaney again. That car, I swear, he won the All-Star race. He did so in an amazing fashion at Dover. And he won the Coke 600 as well. It's back behind. We had a little bit of a moment there. Paul Hill and Nolan Hodgson. What happened between these two?
All I saw when I looked up at the top of the screen was a car doing some wiggling. Get a look at these hands and this. Oh, we just got loose here. But we'll see how close it was. Watch the hands of this driver here, Hodgson. Coming off a turn 2. Looks like we have a yellow on the track.
Not quite yet. We're staying green, but there was a little bit of an incident out there, I believe.
Oh, we got somebody spinning on the backstretch.
Oh, wrecking on the backstretch. Huge hit, actually. Holy cow, that's the 52 car of Wesley Napier into the inside wall. Oh, let's see what happened to Bobby Anderson first. That's the owner of the league there in the 5. Oh, my goodness gracious.
All right, now that we're under yellow, let's see what we're under yellow for. Wow, so much happening. Look at this. Oh, big spin. I tell you what, tire wear. Oh, night-ending hit right there.
Well, the engine's still running, I think. So he might be able to repair. These things are tanks. I say it every week. Front end, probably can get that repair done. Might be able to do just fine. We'll see. He might not have the same horsepower as he had before, but he might not be done for the night. You could be on board with him. We'll see how it happened. You see he gets loose right about here. He clipped that apron and it started getting a little wiggly. Tried to save it. Didn't really work out. Turned to the right, trying to stay in the gas. Oh, crap, I'm going to hit the wall. Bam! Right there. That's kind of how the thought process goes. But I always learned And you might have saw Cletus McFarland do this in the truck race today. When he came out of turn number 2, he didn't lock down the tires. The same thing happened there. Luckily for Cletus, he didn't hit the wall, but this time for Napier, probably should have locked him down, perhaps.
All right. After that crazy 3 laps between the battle for the lead, let's see what we're doing for strategy. End of the stage is near. Everybody turned right, it looks like. We got no takers yet. Looks like everybody realizes how close we are to the end of the stage and don't want to burn a set.
Yeah, I'm worried about this restart here, Jeremy. I'm worried about the wheel spin. I mean, they've been out there for a while. Tires are, well, worked in a little bit, I think. And they got to be able to get this restart. And I'm a little concerned about it here, man. I mean, wheel spin can absolutely end the stage prematurely if they're not careful. A couple cars choose to come down, pole center included. Evan Mesnard on pit road with William Owens and Cliff Mullins. There we go. Almost had a little tongue twister there. But down the back straightaway again, Delaney able to hang on the lead. Vroman was challenging him hard for the lead prior to that caution coming out. They were side by side, very close to each other, but when the caution came out, Delaney had the nose on Vroman, was able to hang on to the lead. But look at who was able to pass Conklin. Adam Benefield in that 83 machine. He is fast today. I would like to see that 83 in clean air. If he's able to get clean air on that nose, I don't know if anybody will be able to catch him.
Whatever they do, they're gonna have to pass him on the outside because he is just ripping that bottom tonight and doing a great job being patient, letting those drivers just come to him inch by inch every lap. I believe the pace car lights should be extinguished this time. Get this field re-racked and stacked. Get ready for a few lap shootout here to the end of the stage.
Now, where does the 6 car choose to restart? It looks like this time he elects to start on the bottom, I think. We're going to find out here in just a second. Yeah, it looks like he is going to stay on the bottom. So because of that, the preferred lane for restarts I always thought was the top lane for this track. I guess it just depends on the driver preference right there. 6 car going to be starting there on the bottom, as Vroman will be trying to rock the top to get a run and take the stage win away from him. All 3 of these cars have been very fast and shown that they have speed to get from where they started to a very honorable position. Vroman started outside the top 20. Benefield himself started outside in the top 10 back in 13th. So these 2 cars specifically, I think, are going to be the ones to watch.
We're going to have a 9-lap shootout to the end of this stage. If you're watching at home, type in the chat who you think is going to come home with the stage win here in stage number 1. Delaney, Vroman, Benefield, Conklin, Miller, your top 5. Anticipation. We've seen the craziness here just on the beginning of these starts. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, that pace car, he's going to go ahead and just dab his wheel hard to the left here in a second. Watch it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and dab it. There you go. He goes down. Out of the way. Now we go past the tents, and Delaney and Vroman on the front row. Watch the wheel spin, folks. Here we go. Will they be okay? Let's find out together. Back underway. It looks like the rest of the field behind them are able to hang on to it. Bumping and pushing on the bottom lane, though. Benefield in the 83 is pushing Delaney as hard as he can into turn 1. Down to the bottom for the lead. What a move.
That's exactly why Benefield was giving him the shove. He wanted to come back with a challenge on the inside, trying to use that side draft. They're even down the backstretch. Benefield trying to take the stage win here with just 8 laps to go when they come around.
From third to battling for the lead in just a couple seconds is amazing right there. And just behind him, cars ripping the top of 17, trying to get all he can get. Vroman, more cars trying to get all they can. Dyson, they're wrecking off of turn number 4. Cars crashing. There's the 48 of Tyler Hunter around. More cars spinning. And I believe, does that mean we're going to get another restart? Yep, caution's out. We're going to get another restart.
Oh, man, caught the end of that one, too. All of a sudden, I saw a car perpendicular with the front stretch wall. And that is not what you want to be here tonight. You want to be parallel with it. Oh, what a big leg. Oh,
I
maybe that's the...
I think that had something to do with packing air a little bit. Just very little. If we go back and look at that initial in the middle of the corner for the 48, you're going to see a red car. I'm not sure. I think that may have been Neil Pearson. Pearson's going to dive down to the bottom. Look how close Pearson is to hitting the left rear quarter panel of the 48 when the 62 gets down there. It's going to be inches, mere inches from hitting each other. And because of that right there, the air caused him to get loose, and he overcorrected into the outside wall, and Paul Gallimore had nowhere else to go. But look at Galata. Can we go on board with Galata? I don't think he had very much damage at all. This is going to be fun. Everything's fine. Just restarting on a sunny all day here in Michigan. Into turns 3 and 4. Trying the very top line, trying to get all you can get. And, man, he's ripping the top. He's right up there on that wall. See all the craziness. Oh, and break. Slam on it. And just little bump draft to the 11, but he slammed on the brakes and he slid them.
May have a couple minutes of damage, but hopefully not too bad.
Oh, yeah. Maybe even 15 seconds. I mean, I'd be surprised if there's any damage. I think the 99 staying on pit road probably had a little bit more than expected. But up front, what a battle. What a move for Benefield to just shoot to the bottom right after pushing that 6 car as far as he can go into the corner and then making the move. That was awesome.
Downside to that, Benefield is going to have to potentially restart on the outside if the 6 takes the inside.
You're right. That's a good thought on the matter. So now because of this, we're going to find out one way or another if the 83 is able to carry momentum on the top. Roman in the 95 now moves to 3rd place, and the 17's back up sitting P4. But take a look, a driver we haven't talked about much at all has just cracked the top 5. Matthew David Wood in the 16 machine. He has now arrived on scene. Started in P5, and he's sitting P5. But I tell you what, that driver right there is always fun to watch, and he's driving for Outlier Speed Co. today, I believe. Let me see if I can't zoom in on that quarter panel to confirm. But that's what the hood says. So, yep, working for that team right there. And he's always fun to root for and a good driver. And I look forward to seeing what he can do here. But he's kind of got 4 really, really good cars in front of him. Benefield, Vroman, and Delaney are going to be really the cars to beat here for this stage, I think, Jeremy. Who would you say are your picks?
You know, I feel like if Benefield was able to start on the inside, it probably would have been his shot. But like you said, Matthew David Wood sneaking in there. I was watching his lap times on that last run, and he wasn't too far off the leaders. So that may be a driver that we're going to have to watch here to sneak up here and battle for the win tonight.
You're noticing on the screen, though, that 15 car continues to blink in and out. That's Robert Miller. He might get a penalty if he's not careful. Obviously, it's not his fault, the connection issues necessarily, but you can see it's starting to blink out the entire stretch of the backstretch, which is dangerous for a restart. So hopefully that doesn't necessarily cause any issues. But the 15 sitting right there on the tail end of the top 5. Love to be able to get up there as quick as he can, but this restart's going to be really telling on how the end of this race might look, because it's good practice for it as he continues to have some blinking back there. But up front again, Delaney, Benefield. Let's see how this goes on the restart. Will the 17 push the 83? Will the 95 push the 6? We're about to find out through that restart zone in a matter of seconds. 15 still blinking in and out. We're back underway.
Side by side here for Benefield and Conklin. Excuse me, Delaney. Benefield, excuse me.
Oh, he's loose.
Oh, big moment. That was the first time we've pretty much seen him off the track. Oh, car.
Oh my goodness, that Villa machine just hit the outside wall real hard. They're still 4 wide down the back straightaway as Delaney pulls away from the lead. The top 2, 3, 4, 5 cars are all under a blanket, but look at who's moved into P2. Alex Coffey. Where'd he come from? He started back in Coffee. Where was he at? 21st, and he's made it all the way to P2 in just a handful of laps. He restarted like 7th, and he's up to P2. What a move. Giglio's also up there. Giglio started 30th. He's up to now battling for P3.
What a battle out here for the end of this stage. We're coming, I believe, to about 3 laps to go here in stage number 1. Top 10, the only ones that are getting points, as you know. You're going to want to be in there right now. Timothy Harper is a driver. Last one getting point. Oh, we got a big shot on the wall.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Conklin lost a lot of momentum. He's getting past. That car's not broke, but he definitely is losing momentum as he goes down the field. You see June Salim just in front of this make it dive down to the bottom of Giglio. This is going to be a battle for that 6th place spot, diving it down in, able to make it work. And in front of that, you also got Vroman Rip in the top, Benefield on the bottom. Going to give each other a little bump draft down the back straightaway. Oh, we had a wreck on the back straightaway. One car's in the outside wall. I think it's Corey Moore in the 42.
Looks like we're still green, though.
We'll take a look. Oh, they're wrecking off at turn number 4. More cars spinning, crashing. 3, 4, 5. That's the big one out of turn number 4. 7 cars slide through the grass.
Oh, almost collected the 64. Oh, my goodness. This is crazy.
Oh, man. It's been a chaotic stage number 1, but that will be the end of the stage. Delaney got it done. Coffee will hang on to P2. Benefield P3. We'll look at the rest of the results in a moment, but here's what happened out of turn number 4. This chaotic crash started
I think there was
really up.
I think there was two. It was 2 separate instances. If
3.
you look at that, yeah, almost
3
different
incidents.
wrecks.
Holy cow! That was.
And this happened so fast. We'll have to watch 3 different replays.
Yeah, I honestly, I think we'll be here the entire stage caution. All right, I'm checking this now. We're looking on the screen right now. This is where I think that first contact you see.
Across that seam, maybe?
I don't think so. But the 71 got loose on his own as well, just in front of him.
Oh, my goodness.
Gosh. Dustin Hall drove through that really wild drive for the 1 car. Dustin Hall went through the smoke and is able to come out clean on the other side. So this is what happened to Tanner Marty there in the 42.
There was a car sideways in that replay. Holy
yeah,
cow.
that was Tanner Marty. Man, not fun. But Hall, let's see how he got there.
Oh, man, really close.
Oh, my gosh. And Zodiac, too. Both of them. Wow. Pearson. Oh, no. And Kluot there in the 14 involved in that one. Yep, you can see that in the back of your screen. That was Marty getting up into Corey Moore. Both of those cars will probably be able to repair that damage. But the 62, the 14, and the 15. Let's see how this happens out of the turn number 4. 62's going up the hill, loose, overcorrects into Kluot. And look out, everybody else. Yeah, you also got Kumacheski involved. Sean O'Brien Jr. hitting the barrels. That was a pretty big hit. Duggar involved in there, that as well. The big one off of turn number 4, the in stage 1, Jeremy.
Yeah, I will say just a quick update on the race itself as we're going through those replays. I believe everybody just came down and pitted and should have taken 4 tires, to my knowledge, unless that. Oh yes, yeah, stage end should be now.
Here's our stage 1 results at the end of that little run there, folks. Jonathan Delaney hung on to it, wins stage number 1. Alex Coffey comes from the back to the front, along with Adam Benefield and Nicholas Vroman to get your top 4 spots. Matthew David Wood will hang on to 5th. Dustin Hall 6th. June Salim in 7th. Lucas Hoitzman 8th. Nolan Hodgson in 9th. And Paul Hill rounds out your top 10 finishers in stage number 1 as we're doubling up for the restart already. It's a beautiful day here in Michigan, I gotta tell you that. We're racing at a lap 120. Remember, 11X, that big wreck included a lot of cars that just got 4Xs there. including the 71 of Truel, the 65 of Sean O'Brien, Nicholas Isaacs might have got a tag, Alan Duggar, Neil Pearson, Thomas Kumacheski, Blake Kluwat, and also the 01 of Casey Graves had to go through the grass, so another car had to take evasive maneuver. So I'm counting a little over 7 cars involved in that particular crash altogether, including the 42 and the Tanner Marty of machine 29. So right here on this restart, look who's up front. Dustin Hall stays out with Lucas Hoitzma. Now you got Jonathan Delaney and Ralph Hutchinson third and fourth. How is this going to go with this restart? This is a change. Pace car pit road. Chaos is about to brew up again, folks. Remember, we started out with 42 starters on the lead lap. Right now at the end of stage 1, we might have just around 32, 34, depending on this restart. Look out. Not a good jump for the bottom. Dustin Hall taking the lead.
Dustin Hall with a power move, but they are 3 wide in his mirror for a second on back to about 15th. What a battle here with this restart.
Oh, it's chaos. I mean, battling's like one-on-one. This is turned into chaos. You kind of get what you can get and hope you don't tick anybody off in the same time.
Big old
you can see
gaggle.
right here, Giglio. Oh, wow, 17th sends it in on Giglio there. He got in the wall earlier, got the car fixed, good to go. Man, they're all over the place.
I mean, they're inches from each other too at some of these points, and pushing each other on the front stretch.
Exactly. 15 blinking out again. Look out, folks. It's not something in your eye. It's the 15 car out there on the racetrack. Look out. The 6 car Delaney, who won the stage side by side for second place. Roman's trying to give some help to Hoitzma. Remember, last year's champion, Lucas Hoitzma, in that 97, definitely knows how to drive up front. We saw him able to do it last year. He can do it again. Side by side for the lead today here at Michigan. Now just taking the lead away as they battle for third behind him.
These battles are really tight. You can see Benefiel back on the bottom, back to his ways, passing the Alex Coffee machine, getting a push down the back stretch. I'm sure these drivers are extremely happy right now to have fresh tires on these cars because, man, those cars were a handful at the end of that run. I can tell you this, those tires did not like going over 30 laps. And it wasn't just the leaders that were struggling, or the back of the pack that was struggling with old tires. It was the leaders, too.
Absolutely right. Old tires does make a difference. And, you know, I'm looking right now, trying to find Robert Miller. He ended up screaming on the radio. So he was cutting in and out, but he's fallen back quite a distance. Remember, he started up in P2 today, and he just has not had the speed. Our top 2 on the starting lineup just aren't in the top 10 anymore. They're just struggling right now.
Mesnard was going to have a positive day there. Still got some time left to go, though, to get there. You know, running right now all the way back in 17th, going from the front to the back, and now trying to go from the back to the front. You know, doing a little self-challenge here. Doing a good job ripping that outside, too.
Absolutely. All right, we're just getting this thing started, folks. We got a long way to go to get this thing all set.
That was the first quarter.
We probably need to take a moment to just try and relax a little bit. I tell you, these drivers are all over the place, but I'm surprised by Dustin Hall right now. If he's able to hang on to the lead much longer, I'd be surprised he's got Hoitzma right on his tail.
I think it's been 16 laps since he's potentially been down pit road, so not maybe really old tires. As you can see the difference right there down the backstretch.
You can see the last time they came down pit road on your screen on the left, just next to the gap. You can see for the leader, Hoitzma now, he went down pit road on lap 39, but Vroman is the guy with the freshest tires in the top 5 right now. He's trying to get as close as he can to Hoytsma, and I'm sure he's going to carry some momentum here and try and make a pass. But Hoytsma is a master at being able to throw some air to make it difficult for the cars behind him to handle.
It's one skill a lot of drivers have had to learn with these vehicles. The next gen itself, I mean, just that aero blocking. Not a very good block right there.
Nope, he didn't have time. He didn't have anywhere he could go. You can't defend that.
Maybe a little wall scrape right there, but that's okay. They're going to be side by side. Oh, they're almost touching down the front stretch. Woo.
Hoytsma led that lap just by a mere inches. Vroman now going to probably try and clear him into one. 97 not giving it up, though. He's still digging on the top. Look at that. That ain't over yet. That's going to allow Delaney and Benefield to get in on this if they really want to. But Vroman is not side drafting. He went down and out of the way to avoid the side draft for a little while.
Definitely brought Delaney right into the battle. But Benefield right in it as well. Get a 4-car battle for the lead now. Who's going to go where? Just when it's going to calm down.
I don't think it's going to calm. No. They're on it all the time. It's the best part with these guys. They don't know when to ride, it seems like. Hoytsman able to hang on to us now. The battle for second rages on. Delaney able to make the pass for P2. Oh, wrecking off at the back straightaway. The 52 car spinning down on the inside of the racetrack, similar to what happened to him earlier. Caution's going to come out.
Sure if our producer just did a copy paste on the replay. Let's check it out.
You can see Dyson there in the 41. The Aussie there trying to go to the top side. What happened to the 52? He's on the bottom. That Wheaties machine. Little loose. He's still a little wiggly. Oh, no. That was Paul Gallimore up in front of him that got loose, and just 52 had nowhere to go. But guess what? Remember in the last bit of commentary when we covered his first spin, I told him, I was saying he needed to lock down the tires that last time, and he wouldn't hit the wall as hard. He did exactly that. You saw all 4 tires were locked down when he got sideways.
As soon as he got tapped on his front nose, he just, like you said, locked those tires up and had just a little touch. Shouldn't be able to get that much repaired if there was any more damage from that. But the tires are obviously going to be happy. You can see just got loose in front of him and just had nowhere to go. Right place at the wrong time.
Yeah, probably not that much damage for Paul Gallimore, though. I think he'll be okay. Oh, man. I think that this is probably going to be the only time where we're going to be able to get this in. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick, very quick step aside, and we will be right back for the restart. You're watching Maconi Entertainment here live from Michigan.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Down the back straight away for the final time before we get the green flag back underway again here to get lap 59 underway here from Michigan in the full-length Cup Challenge. You're watching Maconi Entertainment. Again, Kirk Mills up in the booth alongside Jeremy Briggs. Got Morgan Cook, our producer, this particular week. Everything's going pretty dang good so far. Chaotic start of this thing. A lot of cars having problems early in the first stage and the beginning of the second stage. Kind of been dangerous. You don't want to get any incident points. You might have a chance of not finishing the race if your car's not in one piece. That's for sure. Here we go. Again, we're racing a lap 120 for the end of stage 2. Up front, Hoytsma, Delaney, your top two are about to hit that restart zone box, and Hoytsma's the control car. Back underway.
Hoytsma doing an excellent job controlling that start. A big arc there in a 1 and 2, trying to keep it as straight as possible. Does a good job. Almost sideways there for position number 2.
Multiple cars sliding off of turn 2. Cold tires ain't going to do the car any favors, as it looks like right there. You can see Conklin trying to go for P2 underneath Delaney.
See what kind of adjustments Conklin made under a pit stop. Maybe make his car a little bit better. We saw him fall off there at the end of stage 1. Led most of the stage, and the car kind of just fell off there towards the end. See what he has done as he continues to try to march back towards the front.
Fresh tires, you got most grip on the bottom. That seems to be working for the 17, putting him in a position to try and side draft with the 6. Not going to work out that time. Falling back. Something's wrong with the 17. He backed up quite a bit. He lost 2 spots. Now almost 3. Almost middle 3 wide with Benefield shooting down to the bottom.
Big moment there. Not sure if Benefield had to check up. They must have made contact there down the end of the turn. I was just about to say it's a little bit calmer right now, but I know as soon as I say that, they're going to flip the switch and get back to work for us. So.
Oh, nah, yeah, calm doesn't exist here at Michigan for very long. That is true. Unless we stay green and remove stage cautions. But I tell you, I think right now that those stages really make it interesting right now, at least at this track. You can see right there, car getting up the hill. That's the 15 of Robert Miller getting pushed up a little bit. I believe that was Giglio that may have had something to do with that a little bit in that 8 machine. And look who's also joined up in the top 15. Nicholas Isaacs in the 2. He had a little damage from that crash earlier, able to get that repaired, and he's moving forward as well.
That pink and purple machine. Number 2. Inside there. Lim. His Lim does a good job keeping that bottom work. Oh, a little slide up there for Isaacs. As we look back up towards the top 5. Getting a little spread out. Hoytsma, Vrillman, Delaney, Conklin, Benefield. Your top 5 right now.
Trying to get all the clean air they can, Jeremy. They're just trying to move around in the corners. But on the straightaways, they love that draft. That draft really helps. You can see Coffey and Lim, they're not benefiting from that at all. Stuck on the bottom. But the moment they get to the corner, they all spread out, trying different lanes. Look at the 23 right up on the wall. What a move. He's the only car running that high up right now.
Got the most clean air. With nobody around him. Up there being the only one wrapping the top. See how long it plays out. We know these cars really fall off towards the end of the stage. There's about 30 laps on green flag run. These drivers all had their hands full.
Oh, now Hunter Truex, by the way, we saw him spinning through the grass a little bit ago. Guess where he is right now? He's moved up all the way to 8th place, battling right now with Alex Coffey and also Matthew David Wood, MDW, for position. What a recovery drive for that 71. Luckily, he didn't hit anything when he spun. He just got sent to the back a little bit and had to drive through the whole field to get back where he was.
Making that march forward. Passing a lot of cars tonight. Look back up here with Sean Conklin trying to wrap that bottom now. I believe maybe he's been watching Benefield make that work. Delaney been running the top. That's third, fourth, and fifth on your screen.
That 17 just dives it into the corner so much better than some of the other cars I've seen. He dove it in so deep. He's side by side for second right now with Roman. Trying to side draft. Not enough. Roman had a huge run. He might be able to get all the way to the Hoytsma on that run. He does. For the lead, side by side, turns 1 and 2. Roman on the bottom. You can see the 97 of Hoytsma on the top. Will the momentum carry? Down the back straightaway. Looks like they are still side drafting right on that quarter panel for the lead.
Look at that. Cars all over the track, all different lanes being used, all different speeds, and guess what? They're all battling for the same position. Almost contact 3 wide.
3 wide for the lead on the front straightaway here in Michigan. You can see the 17 of Conklin diving in deep on Hoytsma and on Vroman. He's going to try and get them both in one big sweep. But the 97's fighting back, trying to carry the high side momentum. Is he clear? Not quite yet, not yet, not yet. Still there. We still got a battle for this lead, side by side for position, as now Delaney joins the battle for P2.
Watch these drivers here into 3 and 4. Everybody trying to choose the lane with the cleanest amount of air. Conklin does a great job gripping and ripping that bottom. The 97 just gets a little bit loose. That's going to open the door back up for Conklin. Back to the lead for the number 17.
And back to second for Jonathan Delaney. He's able to make a pass on both Vroman and Hoytsma in that lap, and able to move up to P2. And Benefield and Hutchinson now joins this 5-car battle for the top spot. Huge. It's great racing. Gotta give these guys some credit. They're making it fun right here. Will the 6-car try any different lane here? Everybody's trying a different line. Looks like Roman's the only one following in tire tracks right now.
Oh, 3 wide there for third, almost contact. Drivers being really aggressive with their side drafts.
Absolutely. Expect it to.
If this could be a product on Sunday, this would be really fun to watch.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Up.
Well, I think that top line might not be as useful as we would hope. The top lane here in the sim a little bit easier to run compared to real life. It's a little bit looser up there right now, at least with the sim that we got. But you can see everybody's choosing their own lanes. It's very difficult for folks to run nose to tail here because of the dirty air, just causing them to get an unnatural feeling in the car, like it'll not handled correctly.
And aero plays such a key role with these cars so much. And you get somebody on your inside side driving you through a turn or something like that on your outside quarter panel, it just upsets the handling so much. You can either make it wrecking tight or wrecking loose, and before you know it, you're all collecting an incident. Man, looks like Ralph Hutchison is really moving up to the top 5 here.
Now, you got a great point. I think he is. He's definitely moved pretty far up the road, but he's stuck right now. Vroman is pinching him behind Hoytsma. Hoytsma, a very loose race car right now. Been out there a lot longer than the cars around him. And so that 19 will have to just try again and hopefully not get pinched next time. Vroman hangs on to P3.
super tight racing, but overall really clean. These drivers are doing a great job. We talked about Matthew David Wood at the end of that first stage, and looks like he's got an easier run to the front being up there at the beginning of this run. As it plays off, we got to go to lap 120, the end of lap 120, so we still are here at lap number 72.
While we've been watching the battle up here for the top 7 or 8 spots, I can tell you right now that the battling is not just reserved for the front of the field. You're seeing it back here. Robert Miller battling with June Salim, and more cars back here. Timothy Harper, Giglio, Mesnard's back up towards there. You can see Paul Hill, Galata, Isaacs. They're all over the place trying to get all they can get. It's not just the front racing hard, it's the entire field. I wish I could show you it all.
It is a lot to cover right now. Great action throughout the whole field. And these drivers are just doing a great job just being so precise through every turn, trying to find as much clean air as they can.
It kind of gives me the vibe of that super speedway pack racing. You can see the first big pack is like all those cars. If we had a green flag stop at one point, you'd see the front group of cars scoot out to a little bit of a lead, and it's hard to catch them. But this is pack 2. Pack 2 is still kind of chaotic. They're all over the place, but there's a big gap because the 15 almost just caused a wreck there with the 23 of Harper. 23's off the pace. Caution's out. Caution is out. Something happened off of turn number 4. 1 car in the grass. 3 cars actually in the grass. It includes Dustin Hall, Thomas Kolmacheski, and also one more car. I believe that may be the 52. Oh, no, it will be Stephen Williams in the 98. Right at the tail of the field, these guys were hanging on to the tail end of the line. You can see the one car, he's loose. Oh, he overcorrected him, and he put himself up in the wall. And 98 went through the grass to avoid, but Kulmacheski could not. 98, I think an onboard with the 98 would be appropriate. Oh, yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be a good view.
Unfortunate for that to happen. There's no place to go. Problem with these cars, they just break loose, and if you try to catch it, it's almost like a death wish. And
oh my god, new pair of pants for Stephen Williams, please.
I'll take a 1X to go through the grass.
Yeah, better than to kill the car. Oh man, chaos. I didn't expect this today here, Jeremy, at all. I mean,
this is great racing.
It's great racing, but these little wrecks keep popping up and just keep the field together. Even though they separated out a little bit in that last run, it feels like that one little caution just brings them all right back. And on that last restart, remember, Dustin Hall, I believe, or it may have been a restart prior, Dustin Hall had the lead, and he just got involved in this wreck. So going the wrong direction, his plan did not work out. What about pit road? What are they going to do? It looks like they are not going to fake it. They're going down pit road and contact. The 19 hit the back bumper of Roman on entry.
One heck of a chain reaction, too, through the field. Hopefully, everybody came out of that clean. Everybody's taking left turns into their boxes. Who's going to come out with lead? Any strategies here?
2 tires, 4 tires. I don't think 2 tires is the right idea. I think 4 tires and gas would be the right way to go. See what happens.
So far, it's looking like 4 tires throughout the whole field.
Yep. Bad pit spot for Delaney. He loses several spots on that pit cycle as the rest of the cars going off pit road. You can see them going back onto the racetrack here on lap 76. Conklin, Vroman, and Hutchinson, your top 3 now after pit cycles are all said and done.
What Ralph Hutchinson could do, man. We've been watching him kind of just slowly start creeping in here.
Yeah, like let's see.
Almost be a driver to watch.
Yeah, I'd like to actually talk to him if we can. Let's see if we can't bring that 19 car up in here and see how. Oh no, he is muted and he does. So we can't bring him in. He has his deafened on, so that means that he wouldn't even hear us if we moved him. So that's unfortunate. Would like to talk to him, but sitting in a pretty good spot right there. Instead, let's see if we can't bring that 83 of Benefiel up here if he's available. Hang on just 1 second. Adam Benefiel, Kirk Mills up here in the booth. You got a copy, pal?
Yo.
Hey, man, gotta say, you were ripping the bottom better than anybody out there today.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Now, what's your plan here for this stage? You're gonna try and go for the win here, or what's your story? What's your plan, if you don't mind me asking?
No, we're not going to do anything stupid. Just gotta. Our car is really good long run, so we're gonna stay patient.
All right, my man. Thanks for coming up here and chatting with us. Wish you the best of luck on that restart, buddy.
Thank you.
Benefiel, he's always, when he's racing, like, he is in a level mind. He doesn't want any distractions. He's always on it, Jeremy. He's one of those guys that just knows what he wants, and he's going to try and do it the best he can. He said he didn't want to do anything stupid, though, Jeremy, so that means maybe we still see some chaotic stuff up front, but not necessarily too bad. What are you thinking?
Well, one thing I've learned, you can have your own game plan, but everybody else's game plan might ruin yours. True. So you always got to keep yourself on your toes. And I agree with them. You don't want to do anything too stupid here. Just try to get to the end of this stage. You know, when we get to the end of the stage, we'll have an 80-lap run. So we still got a ways to go here for this stage as well. And drivers know the big picture. So we'll see how it shakes out here on this restart.
Pace car is going to go ahead and dive down on the pit road, and oh boy, let's see how this one goes, folks. Here we go, through that restart zone. We only got 32 cars on the lead lap. We are back underway, and great restart from the bottom, but really rough restart on the top. You can see Vroman stacking up the top lane. There goes Miller to the top side. He blinks out, blinks back in. Oh boy, look out.
Miller wasted no time. He said these cars were going too slow, so I'll go 3 wide right to get to the top. Try to grip it and rip it up there. We're 3 wide, 2 rows deep.
Delaney not winning very well right now on this restart. Lost a lot of spots. Remember, he came in with second place. He's losing more and more. He's stuck on the bottom, not in a great drafting position. He might be outside the top 10 before this lap's over.
Driver we just talked to under that caution brig, trying to break himself into the second position. Right now, to settle in for third.
Benefiel, he's able to make that job work right now. Still kind of chaotic just behind him, but now here comes Vroman to the inside of Conklin for the lead. He dives it in deep, and he's going to take that lead away as the battle for second now is going to start battling. Vroman is on fire, up to the lead.
Trying to bring number 17 with him. Excuse me, number 83 with him. Looks like he's going to make that pass. Maybe Sean Conklin's maybe saving his tires a little bit here. I'm not sure. He's definitely kind of falling back a little bit more than we'd expect.
Oh, 15's in the wall. Contact. There goes Delaney sliding. He saves the race car, but he loses a lot of momentum.
Wow.
And he'll have to try and go back through the field all over again.
Man. Ooh. Restart has not gone well for that driver.
I just heard on the radio, Delaney may have called somebody a little less than intelligent over the radio. My goodness, that would be fun to hear on Radioactive. Woo, man, dangerous. Well, you can see right now, battle for third still raging on. 17 falling back more than he probably would like. Now back side by side for fourth as Hutchinson moves up to P3.
Conklin, our most winningest driver. Trying to continue his streak of just domination, but right now, Roman showing his own type of domination right now, leading this lap, doing a great job up front. Look at the side by side here between Conklin and Truel. Coffee, and Miller, all under a blanket, so tight.
Yeah, 15's way up there, folks. That was what ended up having some contact earlier. He's loose in the wall again. Contact. Not able to hang on to it that time.
Gotta watch out for the wall. It'll sneak out at you. That was a big impact. The wheel's still straight. Oh, I think the 71 just got a little loose there in the entry to 3. Woo, what a save.
Yeah, he sure did. Now the top 4 have single filed themselves out as the battle is from 5th on back. 15 almost got put up in the outside wall by Coffee there, and he is getting door banged from Lim. Wow, he's kind of getting bullied around in that 15 car right now. Man, not able to settle things out for 5th on back. Top 4 are loving it. They're able to scoot out and away as they're still side by side further back. Oh, but for the lead, my goodness, what a run. 2nd place, trying to get on the back bumper. 83 was able to get right up on that back bumper. I think that move can be coming any moment now.
Said he wasn't doing anything stupid, and he's very meticulous with this decision of just hitting the bottom every single lap, doing a great job, keeping the car underneath him, keeping the tires underneath him. All about execution. He's doing a great job with putting the pressure on there to Nicholas Roman right now. Tom Roman, keeping him in check. He's got to do a good job each and every lap. Look at that. Roman finally goes to the bottom, trying to do a little aero block.
Yeah, that's probably the one downfall of being P2 if your name's Adam Benefield is that aero block that can really ruin your corner. 3 wide further back. There goes Harper going the wrong way. He loses multiple positions in the 23 off of turn number 4, continuing to lose momentum and speed, and he went from running earlier in the lap up in P number 7, dropped back all the way to P17.
What a dagger right there. Minus 10 positions on the start.
And just that one corner, he got loose off 4. It was actually a really surprising save.
Tight quarters right there, doing a good job of keeping it off each other. Oh, little loose off of 4.
Still loose. That was the same guy, Harper.
Oh, man.
More and more cars are getting looser the longer we're running, Jeremy. It just seems like everybody's getting loose.
And these cars are a handful. I can tell you what. I am not good at these cars and these drivers. I'm giving a lot of them credit for what they're doing right now.
Well, now that we're starting to get a little bit more long into the run, this is where the cars that are fast will start showing up again. Remember the 6th car? Yeah, I do. When he was spinning down the back, but now he's recovered. That car is back on the gas, and he's got a long way to go to catch back up to the lead group. But I think he's going to try his best. Delaney running P18 right now.
Did a good job of just getting it up to the top there, trying to keep the clean air on the nose. Oh, contact the wall in front of him, I believe.
Dyson. Yeah. Oh, back straightaway. Something happened back behind the field. Oh, the 14 car. Blake Kluwat's going to bring out a caution. Blown motor for the 14. He is done for the day. Let's see what happened to Kluwat. Oh, no. Oh, he's tight. He went up the hill. He's still loose.
Oh.
Okay. Yep.
Tried to save it.
No locking down the brake on that one.
Oh, yep. And these cars, they don't like to go back the other way when you want them to.
True.
And when they do go back, it is all at once. That's exactly what our producer just said there. And he's not lying. And sometimes it just overcorrects you right into the wall. And that time it just never recorrected back the other way. Just kept going down into that wall. And unfortunately, looks like that's going to do it for his night.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. 14 car. Well, I'll have to come back next week and do hopefully some a little bit better. And I got to tell you, folks, looking at our schedule here for what we got coming up, I mean, it is exciting. You got Pocono next week. Then we get the brand new racetrack that apparently they announced. It is coming out. We are going to be racing at San Diego. So that's going to be so cool. Airbase Oh my gosh, I just can't wait to see what that would look like. I really am looking forward to that one there, Jeremy and Morgan. I gotta tell you both. As we're gonna have folks fake going down pit road, we're gonna get our wave around there. Why don't we take a quick step aside? We're gonna be right back here shortly. You're watching Maconi Entertainment from the Full Length Cup Challenge.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We're back from Michigan, Full-Length Cup Challenge Racing here on Maconi Entertainment. Kirk Mills alongside Jeremy Briggs and Morgan Cook, our producer here this afternoon. Pace car is going to go through turns 3 and 4. We're about to have that pace car dive down in the pit road as Vroman and Benefield, your top 2, side by side. The 19. Oh, wait a minute. This is a little unusual formation. What's this all about? Green flag back out, but something's going on in that front couple rows.
And not sure what happened. There was a lot of laying back, and there was just a lot going on there under that yellow flag sequence when we got the 1 to go signal. Not sure if anybody's missing.
Oh, they're tight back there, man. Tight. They almost wrecked back there. They don't realize they're 3 wide sometimes. They got to make sure they shout it out. Somebody on the radio screamed it, panicking.
There's a big push right there. You can see the middle of your screen pushing down the front stretch, trying to get every position they can.
Oh boy, you can see right there, Roman's able to hang on to the lead, but Benefield and Hoytsma trying to get at it. Looks like that they've gotten settled in for the top 5, but look at who's joined the top 5. Joseph Galata in the 99 has moved up to the front.
Car was in a wreck at one point.
Yeah.
Making his march back up the front. Showing the speed of his machine tonight.
not as chaotic as we saw in the last couple of restarts, but it is still people running every single line you could possibly think of here at Michigan, trying everything but the apron.
I'm sure they'll get there
Oh,
eventually.
23 in the 2-car almost spin each other out down the back straightaway. Sorry to interrupt you. They door bang and almost rear them right into the outside wall.
Oh, good. Tight action. Oh, we got one washing up there on the exit of 4. Whew.
Mesnard.
Yep. Good call.
Yeah, that just opened the door for everybody else to try and get through here. 3 wide, 4 wide almost. Look out, guys. They're tight.
Holy cow. Whew.
Oh, boy. Almost 4 wide. You can see Delaney trying a 4th lane up there. They got to get this settled down. They're seeing the leaders get away. They got to get single file. They got to try and chase them down. They know. Oh, contact. There's the 73 to the side of the 6. Still sideways, still trying to save it. He does. 65 of O'Brien lets off the gas to let him save it. But now the 6 has a lot more momentum to try and gain back.
That may have been the save of the race right there. Woo.
It was great hands, man. On the inside of that car, I'm sure he was fighting the wheel.
You definitely don't want to go back the other way too far because that car will just snap around and keep on going right towards the wall.
And they're still chaotic right behind him, too. All the way back to 30th, they're still 3 wide in places. Oh, there goes the 52 spinning off the front bumper of Zodiac going into turns number 3 and 4. Sliding in the grass again for the 3rd time today. The 52 of Wesley Napier got squeezed, and caution is out yet again.
We're doing a good job of catching some of these live.
It is amazing that 52 car still has enough incidents to keep racing. Oh, boy. I mean, I'm worried that if that was real life, that car probably would have flipped. I mean, that was such a fast turnaround, Jeremy. Woo. In the sim, that doesn't have the lift that I think we have out there. But yikes. Not something you want to see, another car getting sideways and around.
Somehow, still able to roll around. No contact with anything. You can see his tire marks right there on the grass.
We didn't pay him to mow the grass, but it looks like he gave us,
A nice artwork.
Yeah. Well, we're about to get up here to halfway. We're almost there. I think that when we get the restart, we'll be at the halfway mark in this race, folks. We are halfway there. You know, to avoid any copyright, I won't continue the song. But you can see some cars trying to fake some folks out. A couple of weeks ago, we saw that actually work, Jeremy. You weren't necessarily here for that, but I'll share it with you. We saw one of the cars up towards the front, 2 of them actually, trick the leader into thinking that everybody was going down pit road, and they all tricked him. It was awesome. It was fun to watch. Felt bad for the leader, but, you know, it's kind of a game under caution, don't you think?
Definitely a game you want to play, especially with as many cars as there is here still in the lead lap tonight. Try to do whatever you can, maybe to try to manipulate, trying to get some more spots, get that clean air. But as you can see, nobody falling for it tonight. It might have been a good lesson last week. Might have learned something. We'll see how this plays out. Stage winding down, we'll have about 30-ish laps, or yeah, 20-ish laps to go, excuse me, once we go back to green in the second stage.
One of my favorite things about this when we're under caution here, Jeremy, is I get a chance to look at the comers and goers, folks who got to the front and those that have gone to the back. And right now, you see Vroman, Benefiel, and Hoytsma all started 22nd, 13th, and 14th respectively. These guys started nowhere near the top 10. Then you got Conklin, who started 9th. He's up to 4th. Joseph Galata started 8th. He's up to 5th. Hunter Trull started 33rd, up to 6th. Everybody in the top 10 is doing better than where they started, with the exception of Paul Hill, who's running P10 right now. He started in 6th. Everyone else who started in the top 10 has lost considerable positions. Mesnard, who was on the pole, is running 17th. Robert Miller, who has started P2, back in 15th. Third place, Jonathan Delaney is back in 21st. I mean, yeah, we just saw him get a little loose, and I'm sure they'll try and make their way back up to the front. The point is that if you started in the top 10 today, I bet you were not thinking you were going to be outside of the top 10 by halfway mark.
Judging how this is going as well, these drivers are going to have their work cut out towards the end of their runs, trying to keep their cars underneath them. We've seen a lot of cars just losing the handling, whether it's aero or just the car getting loose, hitting the seam. It has been an eventful night. Who's going to get themselves to lap number 200, as we'll have 101 laps to go when we get ready to go green. 102, I think. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Don't worry about it. It's going to be one heck of a restart, I think. I'm going to send a cool little graphic. I'm looking at it right now, and I just got to tell you guys, you look at the top 10 and where they started and where they're running, it's really unnatural. It reminds you kind of a super speedway race, not necessarily a speedway or, mile and a half. It's a 2-mile racetrack here in Michigan, but kind of feels like a super speedway with how easy it is to go from the back to the front and front to the back. Just one mistake is all it takes. Pace car is going to dive into the pit lane, and we're going to get this restart again. Roman and Benefiel have essentially taken over the top 2 spots. Here we go. Roman, great restart on the top. Benefiel's getting a shot from the back bumper of Hoytsma, I believe. Oh, contact! Oh, Garris goes to 71, putting Giglio to the wall. Paul Hill spins. More cars wrecking in turn number 1. Huge crash. Oh, there goes Dyson heavy into the outside wall for the 15 car of Robert Miller and June Salim, William Owens, and more cars all wrecked here in turn number 1. What is happening here today? Oh my goodness gracious. You saw the gaggle of cars right there battling for 5th place. One car went up into the inside part of the 71, and it was chaos from there. Looks like 9 cars, I'm counting, were involved in this one. The second big one of the night that I could tell. Here's what we got. You'll see that 8-car Giglio there go up to the outside line. The 99 of Gulata is going to go up and make contact with the left rear of the 71, get him loose. 71 overcorrects, goes out into the outside wall, and I think that 71 got very lucky to not get destroyed. A lot of other cars got absolutely demolished in that crash. The 30-car William Owens practically drove straight into the outside wall. The 15 almost had it cleared, but he got also bumped up into the outside wall. Let's look at Gallimore, see how that 11 car fared. Oh my gosh, look out right here. Oh boy, Gallimore. Way to avoid the chaos, Gallimore. Well, let's look at Dyson. Remember, he got turned around backwards. Pretty rough damage on him. Let's see how rough that may have looked. Robert Miller as well. The leaders under caution are singing the J.G. Whitworth theme song, just to put that out there. 41, yeah, he had nowhere he can go, but that car's killed. So is the 15. Luckily, nobody else hit him as he was going down the track. Got very lucky to avoid the oncoming traffic. Paul Hill there. 30-car William Owens. This one I'm curious about what happened to that 30 car. Into the corner. You'll see him, see the wreck up ahead, and then just something happens. Did he get loose here, or? Oh, he got hit. And then turned, oh boy, yep, not a fun experience there for the 30 machine. Jeremy, have you ever? Jeremy, you okay?
Yeah, we're great. Sorry.
Sorry, I was like, have you ever?
Oh, I've seen this before, but I've
yeah.
also seen that it looks like race control said we're going to single file restarts.
Whoa, wait, hold on a minute. Jeremy, did you just say we're going single file?
There's a possibility that I have seen that. Yep.
Oh,
We'll have to see how it plays out here.
my good lord.
Yep.
This has
single
only
file, yep.
happened. DQ'd for Mesnard. Oh no. Oh, what is happening here? 17 in the 97 here. This is interesting. You're supposed to be single file, not double file. What's going on up here? Okay. On the radio, he just went, "Oh wait, what are you doing? Oh wait, you want the top? Oh yeah, sorry, forgot about that. Yeah, go ahead." Hoytsman let him in. Hoytsman wasn't gonna let him in. He thought it was double file for a second, but no. So this has only happened one time this season, guys, where we had, at least to my recollection, I think it may have been Martinsville, where we had a single file restart happen. But it only happens in this series in extreme circumstances. And this may be an extreme circumstance. I don't think I've seen this many wrecks at Michigan in this series in a while. So, and it's not like crazy bad yet either. It's just, you know, one car mistakes, a couple cars making an inch decision that just was the wrong way. And now we're going to have everybody running the Dale Jr. line, I guess. Kyle Larson line, I guess is a better way to put it. But here we go through the restart zone. Mac underway, right up against the wall for every other car.
File restart. We'll see how it fans out here. Entries 1 and 2. You can see race control looking for just a little bit calmer. Oh, restart.
Oh, the
Try to get these
67.
laps clicked away, trying to finish second stage.
There's a handful of cars that were involved in that wreck. The 19 of Hutchinson, the 71 of Truel, and the 67 of Roman. Oh, up front. Yeah, let's stay up front. Yeah, that's right. You can see the 17 car of Conklin side by side with Roman for the lead coming down to the end of this. They only got a handful of laps here to try and get this stage win. 17. Oh, and a door bang on the front straightaway.
Wow. How they did not just wreck right there, I don't know. That was really very treacherous door banging. A lot of iRacing God's help.
I didn't know that those existed, but I'll tell you what, I'll start praying. Here we go, going down into turns 3 and 4. The 83 of Benefield trying to wrap the bottom, trying to catch up to second, but the battle is for fourth. Hoytsman's getting under fire from that Galata machine in the 99, but that 97's got a huge amount of momentum, going to give the 83 a shot down the front straightaway.
It looked like he was thinking about passing him, but maybe made the better decision just to give him a shove down the straightaway to try to cut back into that lead in front. Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Yep, that's the right thing to do, Jeremy. Absolutely right. Give a little bump drive, help each other, both get up to the front, wait for the car in front of you to make a move on the car in front, and then you can go from there.
And take them both.
Oh yeah, take them both. See how it goes. That's the right way to do it. I mean, if you do it the right way, there's not really a wrong way. You can see William Owens on pit road.
Getting reports that his car just broke.
No kidding. Uh-oh. I think the barrels may have gotten kissed.
Yep. They have entered pit road and grabbed those barrels. Or money shifted.
Man, Harper. Yeah, Harper just hit the wall there. With that crash, we got some new drivers in the top 10. Timothy Harper, Nicholas Isaacs, and Nolan Hodgson now cracking into the top 10. Oh, boy, that was a good one. I like that one. That was a good one.
These drivers making a push back towards the front with other drivers' misfortune. Trying to collect some extra bonus points from the stage here while they can. Laps are winding down. Lap 120 will end stage number 2. We're coming around to start lap number 108. Down to the final 12 laps of stage number 2.
Oh boy, I'm seeing this battle happening right now on my screen, and I want you to look at it. It's the 2 car and the 23 of Harper. These guys are, 23 got up in the outside wall that time. I got to tell you, the 16, Harper, the 2, these guys are leaning on each other a little harder than what I remember being, acceptable. It's kind of fun to watch. They luckily didn't cause any accidents or nothing, but that 23 is looser as can be. He just got passed from 2 to 16. 23 is going the wrong way.
Kind of in a bit of a run right here now too, so any drivers that are having some of those issues with their handling, they're probably finding out right now that we finally got some green flag laps under our belt. And honestly, the single file restart too has kind of helped keep some of that 3 wide battling away, so that the pace is picked up just a touch with not so much side drafting.
Do you hear that, Jeremy?
Sounds like some shark music.
Yeah, it sounds like something's coming to the front right now. It's that 6 car, Jonathan Delaney. Remember, he was running back outside the top 20. Guess where he is now? He's about to crack the top 10. That 6 car is on the move.
Trying to rebound from about 7 saves and about 4 spins.
True, absolutely. Oh, something happened here for a second. Look at this, the 83 dives it in deep. Will Roman have the run on the exit? Right on the back bumper. Are they going to push each other? I think that's the best bet. You can't let Conklin get away right now. You got to stay in that draft. Bump drafting down the front straightaway here at Michigan.
Trying to keep them within striking distance. All the clean air there on the front nose of that 83 through the turns as the Conklin machine leaves the bottom open for him. We'll see if he starts slowly but surely creeping into that lead.
You're on board with Benefield now. You can see how he's wrapping the bottom, but now that Conklin machine up in front's doing the same thing, blocking the air. That gap seems pretty good for Conklin himself. You can see down the straightaway, Conklin doesn't have anybody to draft off of, so no matter what, he's going to lose ground on the end of these straightaways. Big time the longer the straightaway is.
Definitely a good move there by Conklin to get back to the bottom side of the track. Start doing a little bit of aero blocking, trying to finish this stage out here in P number 1. You can see it. That helped him just a little bit on that last lap. We'll have to see how it plays out on this lap.
Lap car at the very top of the screen, disregard them. They are up and out of the way. It's William Owens. Oh, breaking off of turn number 4. It's the 23 of Harper sliding in the grass on the front straightaway. No caution yet, staying green. 23. Oh, caution's out now. Well, I don't think the single file helped a little bit, but let's see what happened to the 23. Oh, boy.
See, all just got loose.
It's 6 again, got involved. It wasn't even his fault. Oh, that sucks.
Nope,
for
it was
Delaney.
just there. It was just there, and fortunately, 23 broke loose. And Delaney finished him off.
Oh, boy. Well, folks, we're under caution yet again, but this just means we're going to get ourselves one heck of a restart to finish out this stage. I think now would probably be a good time. If you're not in the top 10, you might start thinking about wanting to flip the stage. This is probably a good way to be able to do it. Folks might decide to do that if stage points don't mean much to you right now. If you're just trying to go for the win, this is a good way to do it. And we got one who's doing it up front. It is lap car, so it's not going to matter much. But anyone in the back, is anyone going to try and flip it? I don't think so. One, Devin Medeiros, who is running P18 right now, but he's the only car I see out of everybody who chose to come down pit road along with Timothy Harper. So that makes 2 cars, and Dyson as well. But Dyson and Hill both have damage as well. So let's keep that in mind. And we're going to see this restart happen here just shortly. But in the meantime, folks, you're watching Maconi Entertainment. We're going to take a quick step aside, and we'll be right back for the restart to decide who will win stage number 2.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need: Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need: Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Single file for the restart here. You're at the full-length Cup Challenge Michigan race. I'll tell you right now, single file is something I did not get on my bingo card today. But the full-length Cup Challenge is definitely showing off here today. Let's see how we do. 17, Sean Conklin leading the way. Benefield sitting P2. Roman, top 3 have been up there pretty much the whole race. Back underway. Oh, caution back out. They're wrecking in the back of the field. The 44 at Cliff Mullins is around. Oh, no, not again.
Another one.
What is happening? We just got a quote from a driver I think is pretty good a quote. Oh, my goodness. What happened here? It's the checkup. I think it had to be. Look at the gap the 44 is leaving. He's closing the gap, and then the checkup. Oh, the wreck happens way up in front of this. And he still got spun. What happened here? Oh, boy. This is probably the best angle we can get right here, because we'll see the accordion effect happen here from this. Let's see
how this plays out.
Look how close the front is compared to the back. Oh, there's the gap. There's the gap. You can see it right
there.
Yeah. Oh, and the checkup. There's a checkup
point,
from the 19 of Ralph Hutchinson. Checked up pretty hard, and that checkup continued down the line until calamity. Let's look at the 11 again. Remember, he barely avoided the last big crash. Let's see what happened to him this time.
They're calling at the end of the stage. Yep.
Yep. Well, the 11 caller, Paul Gallimore. You saw it on your screen. He kind of didn't get the speed after he had to check up for the checkup. But here's the 62 who got DQ'd after this. Done for the day for Neil Pearson in the 62 machine. See what happened. He's just on his own, you know, riding, getting ready for the restart. If we can go on, I think that that would be an interesting. Yeah, here we go. Let's see it. You know, just going to the restart and then bang, checkup, got hit from behind, and then day is over. 8X. I mean, golly. You could have a flawless day, but just 2 cautions, 2 laps, 2 mistakes, or not even of your own mistakes can take you out. I hate to see that, because now let's take a look at our finishing results for stage number 2. Stage number 2 results right here on your screen. Conklin able to hang on to it. Kind of a chaotic way for it to end, but Delaney gets stage points, P10. Pretty crazy. But now we have drivers staying out. We have drivers going down pit road. Remember, we saw the 20 car of Devin Medeiros go down, try to flip the stage earlier. He has the freshest tires right now. I thought that's the plan right there, flipping the stage. I think that was the plan that was going to work out best for him. If he does go down pit road, I'd be surprised. But what's going on to Jose Medina, Jeremy?
Not sure. I'm not sure if he got ahead of the pace car, accidentally got a lap ahead, but he was definitely had to wait for everybody, so just a lot going on there. Also, Sean Conklin stayed on pit road for pretty much that whole lap.
No kidding. What happened to Conklin?
Not sure what happened there. What?
Oh, no. Got bored, maybe? Wanted to go from the back to the front?
We'll have to see what his game plan is here.
Yeah, he's fast. There's no doubt about it. He's one of the fastest guys in the field. I think he's going to have to go to the whole field now, try to get from the back to the front. We saw Delaney do it. We saw more. We'll see who else we have that went and did that. Vroman did that. Benefield went from 13th to the front. You also saw Truel go from the back to the front. Giglio went from the back to the front. So I think Conklin can do that easily based on what we've seen. But now this restart, we got new people up front. Jose Medina stayed out in old tires. Timothy Harper stayed out. You got Devin Medeiros there with the freshest tires. I think if we look at the last time they came down pit road, I think that we'll be able to see. I think Medeiros, I think, will have the freshest tires. He does, along with Timothy Harper. Both cars came down on that last caution. And now that they're back out there, they're going to be having all the track position going for the win. I think this was a brilliant move for those two guys. Let's see if it works or if it pays out. But Medina, he's in a very interesting spot himself. Oh, boy. Out of turn number 4. Getting ready to get the restart again. Single file throughout the whole field. Let's see if we are able to do it without any checkups this time. Green flag back in the air, and we are good. I don't see any stack ups at this time.
Race control was trying to do the best. Just to remind everybody, just trying to be more patient on these restarts. Just trying to get some laps clipped off. This will take us to the end of the race, though, from here on out. You can see those old tires not playing off so well here at the start.
Yeah, Jose absolutely has no grip compared to these guys. I mean, speed difference is there. He led a couple laps. He'll probably be happy about that. But now Harper inherits the lead. Medeiros now trying to chase him down. Oh, he's sliding up the hill. Benefield is going to be the first one of those that were up front most of the day. Going to be trying to get back up there again. He's going to be side by side for second. He's got that position. And now Vroman tries to go to the super top to make it 3 wide for position.
Man, what a tight battle right there. Arrow, right to his right outside there. That could make him break loose there for Medeiros as he's battling it tight there with Vroman.
Remember, folks, Conklin restarted that last restart back in 24th. He has gotten all the marks, and he's already up to 18th, side by side for 4th right now. You can see it on your screen. Coffey and Medeiros leaning on each other. But Benefield's trying all he can to try and chase down Harper.
Harper, one of those drivers we didn't talk about too much yet tonight. Doing a good job with that clearing air out front. Making it work.
Single file for most of the field except for this battle. Once the 54 finds clear spot to pull in, I'm sure he will. But right now, Medeiros is putting up a heck of a fight. And Harper, on some good strategy, able to inherit the lead. He's been aggressive most of this day. I've seen him in the back of the field. That car's been he's wrecked a couple times, and he's up in the lead, leading this thing.
It's amazing what clearing air can do for your car.
Oh yeah.
Getting the effects of all that downforce right now.
Now the real question is he going to be able to hang on to tire? Tire's going to be a big deal. Coffee still side by side with Medeiros. This battle just won't quit.
Oh, I made contact.
Oh, that did not look very nice. Medeiros just got bullied up and out of the way.
Yeah,
And he's
Medeiros
losing
was
so
doing a
many
good job
positions
too.
because of that, Jeremy.
Yeah, Madeira was actually doing a really good job of just holding his line and just doing a really good job of just trying to hold position as best he could. And I guess that was his teammate, and teammate accidentally just sent in a little too hard. Got into his left rear.
I don't think that Medeiros character is going to like what Coffee did. But Coffee's like, dude, I got to get going. And then Coffee got passed by Hoytsma. And now Galata's trying to catch up to the back bumper.
Side by side there for position number 5. That's going to be between Coffee and Galata. We saw that battle going on.
Now, I got to ask you here, Jeremy. I'm looking at the way the cars are driving right now on the racetrack, and I'm noticing one thing different than what we saw before as Benefield's caught Harper. Sorry, let's talk about this first. Here we go. Benefield down to the inside of Harper, trying to go and make a move for this lead to be in control of the race. Harper cannot let him go by if he wants to try and have a shot at the win here today. Side by side, no side drafting. They stay in their own respective lanes that time on the front straightaway. That opens the door. Here comes Roman on the back bumper of both of them. Where is he going to go?
Trying to pick the right line. We're going to be almost 3 wide. Looks like Benefield is going to get that pass completed. Roman trying to follow right in his tire tracks. Move those drivers up to positions number 1 and 2. I talked about it earlier in the race there about how Benefield was doing a really good job of just manipulating that bottom lap after lap, and he just meticulously got his way through that traffic. Now finds himself in the lead.
And he's loving it right now. That clean air, you know, once you're in the lead, you're in the zone. I tell you what, he's always quick, but today he seems to be extra fast. I really thought at the beginning of this race, looking at Benefield, the way he's driving, today might be his day here today. I really do think so. He's doing really good, but he's got a lot of fast cars that would love to try and challenge that right behind him on his tail. But look at this 2 car, by the way. We saw him back running in the outside the top 15 for most of the beginning of this race. But now, as we head into the final 3 quarters of this thing, Isaacs has moved up to the top 10. What a run for him if he's able to hang on to it, trying to get around Harper now.
Best time to be good is right now when the pay window is open. I believe we have at least one more stop in the books for these drivers. We'll have to see how that all transpires for these drivers. Speaking of purple, we've got a lot of pink and purple right there in one shot.
Yeah, it's, you know, starting to be a popular color, I think. Benefield made an error. Something happened with the 83. He's off the pace. Now here comes Roman, trying to catch back up to him. I think that gap is going to be closing even more. Let's wait and see what that 83 does here. I think he's going to hang on to the lead.
Keep an eye on there on that 83 here in a 3 and 4 this time. See if he adjusts his line or if he just had a little bit of a slip up. Watching him here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to tell you. I mean, I don't know if you can hear it again, but I think I heard Jaws going off again in my ear. I'm looking at that 17 and the 6 machine. Both of them, Delaney and Conklin. Remember, Conklin restarted 25th. He's 12th. You're on board right now with Galata. Look at his hands. Oh, my goodness. He's fighting the wheel hard, trying to get all he can to try and carry as much momentum on the top. The car gets looser the longer the run goes on the top. So right now he's going to try and get P2.
See if it'll stick here on the bottom. He's going to have aero deficiency with the car in the same lane as him. Oh, slides up. Lots of aero loss on that right side. They're side by side off of turn 4.
Still side by side for P2. Galata. He's got a lot of speed down there on the bottom. Trying to dive it in deep again on Vroom Vroom. Looks like he might have the clear. He's going to slide up right in front of him. Take the air away. Oh, he's tight into the outside wall. And now that's going to open the door for Hoytsma sitting there in P4.
Hoytsma says, I love to see what you guys are doing. I'll take those spots for you. Oh, he gets loose in the bottom turn 3 there for Hoytsma. Lucas Hoytsma was the one that got loose there.
Oh, man, this ain't over yet. That one little bobble brought all these cars back up to this battle. This is amazing.
Leader says, keep going at it. I'm going to use all this clean air and try to drive away.
Medeiros hit the wall. Coffee in the wall. Nolan Hodgson hit the wall there. And like I was saying just a moment ago, the 17 car and the 6, I gotta say, it's phenomenal what they can do behind the wheel of a car. Here we go off of turn number 4. Look out, folks. Oh, blocking all the way down. Matthew David Wood trying to block the 54. They're 3 wide for that position right there. The 17 and the 6 are catching up to the back bumper of this 3-wide battle, though. The battle for the lead starting to heat up again as well. Galata's trying to super top for trying to get second place, as it's still chaotic for the entire top 10.
Medeiros with a turn 1 and 2 lap wall ride. 17 there of Sean Conklin had to do the best he could to try to avoid that. He was using that top lane. Oh, tied off of turn 4. Woo.
Great save, Coffee. Way to hang on to it. But here comes Medeiros with a big run. So does the 17. They get by. And now they're up to 8th and 7th. Again, those 2 cars that went from the back to the front. Wow. Great racing.
Man, and I'll tell you what, he makes it look so easy. Sean Conklin does, of just the way he drives back to the field like that.
That's very difficult.
Looks like his car is handling really well.
He's not even moving his hands that much at all. He's very smooth with his inputs. And smooth
is fast.
Smooth is fast. But then again, you always hear racing people say, blank is fast. Insert your adjective there.
Yeah, a fast car is fast.
Yes, indeed. Fast drivers are fast. Yeah. Lap car.
Yep. In the mix, trying to stay out of the way. There's Dustin Hall.
Oh boy. 67 laps to go here, guys. Oh boy.
67 laps to go and 24 cars on the lead lap.
66 now. Just drop the next lap there. But your app knows my bad. But I got to tell you right here, folks. That 17 and the 6 are side by side now. 17 trying to get by Delaney. Delaney doesn't want it to happen. 17's able to do it. Carry the momentum into try and making another pass on MDW. Sorry, MDW. That's right. Moving down. And he's sliding up. Not clear. 16 still up top.
All the way down to that white line.
Oh, side by side for the lead. Up front. Benefield and Galata. Galata's trying to make a pass to the inside. He's got the job done. Benefield's trying to end their over move as Galata slides it up into the turn number 1. Benefield on the bottom. Every car trying a different line. But Galata's got the lead away from Benefield.
New leader. Galata. We saw him really wheeling that earlier. Might be paying off now. Everybody else might be starting to tighten up on this run. Maybe they've made adjustments and made them too tight.
Yeah. You saw it at the beginning of the run, Jeremy. He hit the outside wall a ton. He almost went for the lead earlier. Lost a lot of ground. Gained it all back, and now he's trying to run away with this one as well. 64 laps to go.
One pit stop remains. When do the drivers make that decision to come down pit road? lap car staying up and out of the way for our leaders here.
He was running in the top 10 for a long time. Paul Hill was in the.
That was really close.
Ended up
there
being a lap
for
car after that crash.
Roman
look out.
Heitzma.
Harper was leaning on that left three-quarter panel of Heitzma there, inches away, but not anymore. Now those three cars are slowing each other down right now. The way they're running, I think that Harper machine really wants to push Roman forward, so that way they can try and chase down these top two, which are starting to pull away a little bit, over 0.6 of a second between second and third.
All these wrecks kind of spread the field right out now. A lot less cars to keep the field bunched up at speed. Sean Conklin, one of the drivers that we saw start at the tail end of the lead lap cars, almost back into the top 5 already. That's when you know you're just fast everywhere you go. The guy who's got the most wins, they just went down there and sat on pit road for a whole lap almost, and now he's just marched his way right to the field, trying to crack it back in the top 5 just after probably 10 laps, 10-15 laps of green flag racing. And we're coming to the final 60 laps next time by. Time is winding down for these drivers to make those decisions.
The top two still under a blanket right now. It's Benefiel and Galata going for the win as Roman and Heitzma sit in the wings, try to chase him down. The longer this run will go, the more that we'll start to see the tires start to fall, and the long run speed cars will prevail. But we also got those pit stops, folks. Remember, when that caution came out for the stage, we ended the stage with 80 laps to go, I believe, with 120 laps to go in the stage. 120 laps complete, 80 laps to go in a race. So when these guys come down pit road, I'm estimating maybe 40 to go, maybe 35 to go. You still expect them to come down pit road at some point.
We've seen how much these tires fall off too when these drivers make these longer runs. So we'll have to see which drivers want to have fresher tires longer in the run. So if these green flag pit stops become a thing here in the near future.
You can see the 6 car Delaney actually got past the 17 again. 6 cars back on the move as the battle for the lead still is so dang close. The 99 hit the wall going out of turn number 4 last time by. 83 just waiting in the wings for one mistake, and that one mistake would open the door, putting him in a position to win the race. Michigan's win would be such a big deal. There goes the 99. He's loose. That's the mistake he needed. He got down to the bottom, and now Adam Benefiel will lead that lap, take over the lead, and now puts the 99 in dirty air. An ill-handling Joseph Galata has to keep that car underneath them while still dealing with the dirty air from the 83. 83 scoots out to a larger lead. Contact! There goes more door-to-door banging. That's Harper and Heitzma. Harper big time into the wall. Matthew David Wood jumps below the white line trying to avoid it all as they still continue to keep the car straight. No caution. Let's take a look at it.
So much chaos going on here right now. Whew. We're at that flip of the run as we watch the replay. So much action. Drivers starting to lose the grip.
Oh my God. Did they both were they both loose and Heitzma overcorrected?
I think they were both wrecking, and I think both their wrecks kept them straight.
That was fun. Rare. You don't. Oh wait, hold on. Leader's blinking. 83 Benefiel just blinked out for a second. He's back, but connection problems happening for Benefiel there. He's back on right now. I don't see it continuing. Caution, wrecking off the turn number 4. Cars wrecking right now. One car in the wall. It's Matthew David Wood. Matthew David Wood in the outside wall facing the wrong way.
Oh.
What happened to the 16?
Oh, he was having a good day too. He's been quiet all day.
And it's just been chaotic, Jeremy. You know, you think your race is going great, and then something happens to change it all up. This was battling up towards the front. 16's loose. He's up the hill, chasing it. Loose, overcorrects. Oh, he almost went over. Delaney, this is like the 4th time today that Delaney had a car wreck right in front of his nose. Conklin, right front damage for the 17. Let's take a look at the onboard to see how rough it may have been.
So much going on right there. Definitely at that part of the run. Let's see what drivers do here for pits. But as we get ready to watch this, oh man, it's gonna happen so fast. Right in front of them. Oh, if anything, just a lot of right side damage.
Yeah,
But
when he
that's
saw
good.
that wrecked, he locked up the wheel, and he tried to turn to the left, but when he locked up the fronts, he couldn't turn. Pit road. This is probably the money stop, folks. What's the right call to win the race? We're going to find out here in 54 laps from now, when we finally get to see which one of these drivers will come home and away from this race victorious. You can see right now, Benefield leading the way off pit road. We talked to him earlier. He didn't want to do anything stupid earlier in the run. But guess what? Now we're down to the end of this race. He's going to try and defend with all of his heart, might, mind, and strength. I think that would be what we could expect. And I got to tell you right now there, Jeremy, this restart, I think that we've seen chaos, Jeremy, but are we going back single file or are we doing double file again? Have we heard anything?
I do not see anything about a double file restart. We'll see if.
Oh, yeah, Bryson
Oh,
just
no.
put it. Has
Yep,
changed
there it is.
restarts to
Yep,
double.
as-
Oh, my.
As soon as we started talking about it, I looked down and I saw it popping up. So,
I had a
you
feeling.
heard it there.
Oh, no, Jeremy. This is going to get... This is something else. Ralph Hutchinson, though, in the 19, has stayed out on the racetrack. Now, I don't see a benefit here. And when was the last time that car was on pit road? Do we have a 30
About
laps?
30
ago?
laps,
So-
yep.
Okay. Because of this, that means that car probably isn't going to make it on gas. I don't think. So I don't see the benefit of staying out unless we got like a Joey Logano situation with like 9 overtimes.
I'm not sure what we got left for tires, but we've definitely had a lot of cautions.
True. That is true. They should have one more set left in the pit box here, Jeremy. Should, most of them.
Okay. That's why I wasn't sure if maybe he was trying to save an extra set if we got maybe a 20 lap run here.
Okay, Jeremy, we
Yeah.
talked about it a little bit ago about our picks to win. You said Matthew David Wood was somebody you'd like to see, and I said the same thing we were saying about him, but he
So we
just got
jinxed
involved
him.
in that accident, and unfortunately got taken out. But now, I mean, this race is wide open. You got drivers in the top 10 we haven't seen in the top 10 most of the day. Devin Medeiros comes to mind. But he's hanging on. He's not losing the top 10 in that 20 machine. You got, look just behind him, Sean O'Brien Jr. Where did he come from? 65 machine. Wasn't he killed earlier? He hit the tire barriers. And now is he all the way back in the top 10? That's amazing. Anything could happen. 53 laps to go when we get across that stripe. But here we go through the restart zone. We're back underway. And it looks like the 19 and the 97 both jump at the same time. They must be working together.
Restart for the outside heavy, pushing the inside. Ken Benefield staying third there because that outside line did such a good job on the restart. The two drivers on the outside got really close to the front and they pulled away.
Side by side for the lead. You can see it right there. Hutchinson and Hoytsma. One on the bottom, that's Hoytsma. One on the top, that's Hutchinson on really old tires. Hoytsma's going to take over the lead as the battle now is for second. Benefield's diving down to the bottom, and he's got to chase down that 97 machine.
We've seen Hoytsma up at the front numerous times tonight. Can he pull off the win? Just 2 laps away from the last 50 laps.
Coffee still in this race is miraculous after what we've seen so far. That 54 machine running P3, trying to get a win for Precision. Hasn't happened in a while, but that 54 is in the best shot he's had all year. You can see he's been put 3 wide. Galata and Vroman go to the bottom. 3 wide for that position as the top 2s try to scoot away.
Man, what a battle. Really tight, trying to hold them down there on the inside. They get clear. Oh, just 2 wide. Good momentum there for Vroman. That's going to put him up in position number 3.
And Dyson is now joining the fray here. Remember, he was wrecked earlier too, and so is the 17 of Conklin. Conklin's back in this battle up here, guys. He's dove it in, and he's trying to go from the back to the front again. Diving in at 3 wide, 4 wide. And he's going to try and pass all of them in just 1 corner. What a move for the 17. Last time by, that car crossed the stripe. He was running in 13th spot. This time he's in 8th. What a move.
Wow. What a move. What a lap. Really. Wow. Putting them all together. As we look back up front, though, a huge battle for the lead. Benefield with a mirror full of Roman, Gulata, and Hoytsma.
Yeah, Hoytsman lost the lead. He lost the momentum. He didn't have the lead. Benefield took it over, and now Vroman is on the back bumper. He's looking to the outside. He's going to try and get that run. He's going to be right there, and so is the 99. Those 2 cars are going to have big runs at the end of this straightaway. Where are they going to take it? They're going to be pushing them now up to the outside. Oh, we might put him in the wall. Be careful here, buddy. Turn 1 and 2. 95 on the top, 83 on the bottom.
That all seems to be working really good right now for Vroman. He's going to probably make this pass right down the backstretch.
Isaacs hit the wall behind them. Never mind. They keep it straight. Up front for the lead. Vroman's got it right now as they are now side by side for second. Galata's trying this very high 3rd lane to try and chase him down. I think Benefield's out of it right now. He's going to need a big old help to get there. 99 glazes the wall trying to keep it going, and it's working out. His momentum is still there, and this is going to be a new battle for the lead. It was Hoytsma and Benefield, but now it's Vroman and Galata into 1.
Watching that battle out front, you look at just behind them. The battle for 3rd through 10th, excuse me, 4th through 10th is just as intense now, as those drivers are still all under a blanket. Battle for lead still continues on though. Gulata down to the bottom.
Side by side, they're even on the exit of turn number 4. You see the 99 and Galata. He's trying everything he can, leaning on him, trying to make him not go to the bottom. Leaning side drafting down the straightaway. Vroman's going to have the advantage, but the side draft's going to bring him even into 1. And will Galata try and slide it up? 95 dives it in deep with him. They're both on the bottom of the racetrack, still even as they exit turn number 2. Leaning on the door. Vroman's got the advantage here, but side drafting's going to keep them even into turn number 3 yet again. What's the 99 going to be able to do here? He hits the apron. He's going to get a little loose. Hang on to the car, bud. Going up the racetrack. And loose for Vroman. That's going to open the door. I think it's not quite over yet.
Galata's going to lead that lap, though.
Oh, he sure did. Oh, boy. We're getting down to the end of this thing, and it's on. Trying to win the race. 3-car battle. All on your screen. All for glory. Trying to win in the full-length cup challenge. Little loose for Galata up the hill, and I think that'll do it. Vroman takes over the lead as Galata tries to regroup and try again.
Roman now to the bottom. He's been running that middle lane. We'll see how that affects his car. He's been a rocket ship in that middle to upper lane. That's exactly what Gulata just did right there.
Wow. Oh, man. These top 3. I mean, they got 45 laps to go. They got a long way to go. These tires are going to be screaming by that point if they keep racing like this.
We've seen what these tires have looked at after 30 laps, so
We
These
might
drivers are
even
gonna
need to
have their
see him.
handful.
We might even need to see him down pit road again. I'm not sure yet. We're going to have to find out. 99 got to the outside. Galata's trying to run the outside line. That's where he's been fastest all day long. Using the outside momentum, he's got it. New leader, Joseph Galata, takes over the lead in that 99 machine.
I was very surprised to see Roman just give him that upper lane. That's where Roman was doing speed. Now he's just sticking to the bottom. And as you can see, now he runs that middle after he gets past for the lead.
And while these top three battle for position, Nolan Hodgson sits P4. He hasn't been this high in the race all day long. But Nolan Hodgson now moves up to P4, waiting in the wings for the top three to make a mistake.
The way these top three are driving, it could happen.
Yeah,
Galata doing a great job pulling away now.
Oh, this ain't over, guys. You know, the thing is, you can't get away. Not at Michigan. You can't get away like you used to. It's so hard to do it. We haven't seen it all day. I don't think they're going to be able to do it again unless something big happens up front. Benefield's really leaning on the back quarter panel, though, of Roman that last time in turns 1 and 2. Not enough of a run, but Roman's trying to catch back up to Galata. Now he switches up the line. Galata to the bottom, Roman to the top.
So here, let's see what the speed is for Roman down the front stretch, trying to collect, or trying to catch the Galata machine, but honestly, Galata doing a really good job, just creeping away just a touch.
I think 4th and 5th are catching up to this as well. And look at who's in 4th and 5th. It's Hodgson and Conklin. We saw Conklin. I thought his car was killed. He's back in it, sitting in P5. He has a shot to catch back up to these top three and might have a chance for the win yet. Take a look here. You can see the lap times. That 4th and 5th place spot, they are closing in. As now does Benefield to the inside of 2nd place of Roman. Side by side down the front straightaway. That time by Conklin. Sitting P5 gained a whole second on the leader that time. 1/10, there we go, just updated, rather. That's a little better. I was about to say a second didn't make much sense.
Like, wow, they were flying that lap if they made a second. But I mean, they are flying regardless because they're in the battle. We got a 5-car battle for the lead.
Oh, they're there now. You're absolutely right. It's really a 4-car battle for second right now because Galata's pulled out a little bit of a lead here, like kind of a larger gap than what you'd expect.
Look through,
Oh my
throughout
goodness.
the field, yeah. Wow, really leaning on
Do
each
you
other
remember the
through
22 and the 54? They were arguing. The 54 used up the 20 earlier in this race. Now he's back, and he's doing all he can to try and get by his affiliated teammate there as well.
Great clean battles here. As the laps wind down, we do have a feeling that they will need one more pit stop. When does that occur? I know around 30 laps in the tires, that's when they get upset.
Only time will tell. We're getting there. But the top spot, that gap is growing. It's up to 0.5 of a second between Galata and Benefield. Galata's pulling away. Hard to do that. It hasn't happened all day, but Galata saved the best for last. He's doing it now.
Watching how this is all starting to battle out here. Drivers starting to settle in just a touch. We keep this up though. Green flag stops might be a thing. We'll have to see.
It's only a matter of time.
Conklin's just ripping that top every single lap, trying to do all he can. They've done a good job to catch up to these leaders, but obviously we've seen Gulato. He's driving away. We saw him loose at the beginning of the run. This car must just be perfect right now.
Remember, we started the day out with 42 cars. We're now down to 20 cars. This time by 99, lost 0.2 of a second to second place. That gap is not going to stay big for long. He gained back one of those tenths on that corner. Let's see if it continues here. Looks like the 83 of Benefield's trying to chase him down, and it's little by little. That's all it takes, little by little. That was probably the good lap right there. Yep, almost 0.2 of a second gain. Benefield's there. He's going to be there too. Side by side right now for the 4th place spot. 17 on the back bumper of Roman. You can see also up there Nolan Hodgson trying to go for 3rd on the bottom. He's going to lose 2 spots because of that as Roman's getting pushed. Not anymore. Here comes a 17 down to the bottom.
Conklin just out here making it look so easy. Gripping and ripping that top and then driving to the bottom for a nice slider through 3 and 4. Put the Conklin machine back into position number 3.
And back in position to possibly win this race if he's able to carry that momentum past these top 2 guys. Again, Gulata and Benefield been really good all day long. Roman's been a part of that conversation. Conklin's been a part of that conversation. And they are all there right now with a chance to win this race if they are in the right position at the right time. 34.5 laps to go right now heading into turns 3 and 4.
Almost to that part where the window opens for pits. But I'm sure these drivers are going to want to go as far as they can, hoping for a yellow. Saw a couple of drivers mid-pack there just scrape the wall. Might be getting ready to build in here.
20 cars on the lead lap right now. That shows kind of the attrition rate here has been kind of high. 17's trying to rip the very top as the battle for the lead is going to be back at it again. This ain't over, folks. 83 has caught the back bumper of Gulata. He's there. That Team Consi Sim Performance machine trying to catch up to the back bumper of the Bigfoot Chassis Collective number 99. And
Don't look too far
Ryko
behind.
P3 trying to catch them both as well.
Catch them all, yeah.
Pokemon, yeah, my bad.
He's doing a good job though of catching them all today. I can tell you that. He is right there. He's definitely going to be right there for the battle for the lead within the next 10 laps. There for Sean Conklin.
Yep. I'm excited. Oh boy. Now, when does the door open for Benefield? He's on the bottom of the racetrack. 99's losing ground. We can see that it's happened over the last handful of laps. But that 99, he cannot have a mistake. The mistakes are what absolutely kill it. Any amount of looseness, any amount of hitting the wall could possibly risk him not winning this race. 83 down to the bottom. 99 in the middle. That 83's got a good run here. I think he's going to be right on the back bumper down into turn number 3 when he gets there.
Insert the shark music right here. All over his back bumper. Doing a really good job. Entry through center, but you can see that momentum helps carry it down the front straightaway.
Oh boy. It ain't over yet though. I gotta say, he's caught him. Catching him's the easy part. Passing him, that's always the hard part. In these cars especially. He dove it down deep to the inside. Will he be there? Leaning on it? No, not this time. He'll have to fall back in line. 3rd place, Conklin closes even further. Now half a second between Conklin and Gulata.
Not much gain that time as we look further throughout the field there. There's the battle for the 5th position of Nolan Hodgson and Lucas Hoitzma. They're side by side here down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2. Looks like the Hoitzma machine is going to make that pass.
For the lead again, Benefield has been looking to the bottom of the racetrack every single time in 1 and 2, and the 99 has held steady. It's a matter of time to get to the end of these things. What are you willing to do to win the race? I say all the time when we get to this point in the race. Benefield, I'm sure, would love to be able to get the win today. Galata, I'm sure, would love to be able to get the win today. But it'll take a tremendous amount of effort to be able to get it done, and maybe some luck on their side as well.
Trying to fend off the winningest driver.
Both of them, yeah.
Yep, they're trying to fend off Sean Conklin, so we'll see how it pays off for them. This is some great racing as we look further back behind them. The number 97 of Lucas Hoytsma goes into the 4th position. He's been one of the drivers these last few laps, being one of the fastest.
Been tying the leader's lap just within half a second for Hoytsma. He'll need a little bit more help to get back up to these top group. But these top 2 are there. Half a tenth there, half a tenth there. And I swear, we've seen this exact clip like 30 times in a row, it seems like, where they're just inches going off of turn number 2. 83 is able to dive it down, but not able to make the move work on the 99 yet. And I'm looking at it here, and the 83 has yet to win this season. I'm sure he would love this to be his first win of the year. He probably wish it would have been sooner, but he needs to get by that 99, who is also in a position where I'm sure he would love to try and get the win as well. It looks like he has, let me make sure I got this right. Yep, he has yet to win this season as well for Gulata.
A lot of cars spread throughout the track now. This is when things can happen. Maybe a late race caution can get this field jumbled back up.
Oh, 17's on pit road. 17's coming down. Sean Conklin, first one to pull the trigger.
Did he speed, though? That's the question. He looked really fast.
He is good. Absolutely on the mark. Very close. That's just how you know how good he is. Here we go. Loose for the 99. These guys know now. Conklin's pulled the trigger. Is it time to go? I think so. Let's see what they do.
Coming.
4 tires for the 17. Hitting. Vroman's coming down. Four tires for the 17. 26 laps to go. Will it be enough? He's now 1 lap down. He saw the leader side by side as he passed. Still side by side. Look out. You got a lap car on the top. That's Dustin Hall in the 1. '99 able to avoid the contact. Hitting this time, more cars coming down pit road. Benefield's coming down, I think. Nope, yes, Benefield is coming down, yes. So is the 12 of Nolan Hodgson.
Crazy, crazy times. Who's going to come out on top? A lot can happen here. A yellow flag at the wrong time can really just jam up a lot of these racers' nights.
You can see it here. 99's going down to break the draft. Trying to get out of the way of the 17. Letting him go. 99 down to the bottom. I think this might be the lap. The 99 goes to pit road. He looks like he's in an entry line. And it looks like out of turn number 4, yes, he is coming to pit road this time. Leader on pit road. Hoytsma will inherit the lead, followed by Coffey, Medeiros, Dyson, Truel, and Graves.
I believe Sean Conklin just passed. Yep, Sean Conklin, almost a 2-second gap there on Benefield.
You can see the difference 1 lap makes, a few laps makes. Going down pit road seems to have been the right choice right now for that machine. He got 2 seconds over the car he was running about a half a second behind. Now, here comes Galata. Out of pit road now, back on the racetrack. He just got passed by Benefield, Hoytsma, Coffey, and Hodgson. He went from the lead of this race back to almost outside the top 5 when this is all settled through and through.
Trying to watch all these strategies play out. We're coming around to 21 laps to go this time for our drivers. Did everybody make their pit that was supposed to pit when they wanted to pit? How is it all going to play out? It's a late race caution going to jumble up everything we got going on here. We'll have to find out.
And is anybody trying to go long? I don't think it would necessarily be the best idea in the world to try and go long, but cars would have to fall your way. Hoytsma, Coffee, Medeiros, Graves, these guys that are still out there on the racetrack, they're pulling a big risk here right now.
Losing a ton of time, but hey, untimely caution can definitely help your untimely caution for everybody else, but a timely caution for you can definitely flip your night and get you a good finish here in these closing laps.
Gulata has caught the back bumper of Hoytsma for position. The 99's getting on by for the 97 for what will be eventual, I think, fourth place even. 12 car Nolan Hodgson has scooted away. Benefiel in the 83. And Andrew Dyson, 15th and 16th right now. Trying to chase down the 17 machine. Just a handful of seconds in front of him. But Vroman, 2 tires for Nick Vroman. Got the lead over Conklin by 2 seconds. Is it enough? And will we see any cautions? That's going to be another big deal. Hoytsman, Coffee, Medeiros. When are they going to come down?
When these green flag cycle pit stops conclude, right now this is what our battlefield lead looks like. 2 tires in front of 4 tires. Is it enough for these closing laps? We're going to have to find out.
Oh my goodness, yeah. I mean, still chaos in the back of the field. Pushing the back bumper of Harper there is Tanner Marty, who has been running kind of towards the back of the field most of the day. But I'll be honest with you, he only got involved in that one incident, and to say half the field isn't as lucky as he is, where they are still out there on a racetrack. 16 cars still in the lead lap at this point. Gulata has caught the back bumper of the 12 car of Hodgson. He's there, and he's going to try and use the outside line, but I think the 99 knows. We may have just had a DQ, folks. Timothy Harper in the 23 got a DQ. He is out of the race. He was running P8 when it happened. Not sure exactly how that may have happened. I'm looking at it right now, actually, while we're looking at it here on my side. It looks like he was running on his own, and he got loose, came up, made contact with Tanner Marty, and when that contact happened, no one spun, but that 2X was enough to get him out of the race.
Unfortunate way to end your night, just so close to the finish. That's one thing that's very stingent about this league, is you only get 11 incident points. And it's been a very incident-filled night for a lot of these drivers.
It's about getting to the finish. That's the important part. Hoytsma's got it right now. Can Hoytsma make it on fuel? I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't. If he is clutching right now, I think he's trying to make it. No, he just now... I don't know how that would have happened there. So he's staying on the gas. I guess he's staying out longer. Not sure. I mean, I don't think he can make it on gas. I don't think that they have enough fuel in that tank to make it to the end.
They say anything can happen, but we definitely know he needs to get all the laps in. And we're not 100% on his fuel, but we're pretty positive that everybody was going to have to pit to make it to the end. Right now, Benefiel Benefield is always second behind Conklin. Looks like Conklin is, I believe, a second behind Roman.
Hoytsman hit pit road just now. New leader Alex Coffey has inherited the lead. Medeiros moves into P2. Paul Gallimore P3. See Corey Moore in P4. Tanner Marty in 5th. Mullins, Williams, and now Vroman, who is the first car, I believe, that can actually make it.
Dustin
That's
Hall right
the
there
gap.
with a little scrape. And he got a meatball flag. A lot of things. Oh, right in front of our leaders. Dustin Hall, I believe, was trying to come down pit road. Or soon-to-be leaders.
What
Excuse
happened
me.
to the one car? Hall just got DQ'd right in front of the leaders, folks.
I think he made contact. There he is in the wall. Yeah, here he is in the wall, and you'll watch him go down here into turns 3 and 4. I believe.
Both of them DQ'd each other. They
Yep.
DQ'd each other. You're gonna see it right here. They hit each other. They're teammates, and they DQ each other. Watch
Right
this. They're both gonna
here.
vanish.
Wow, that is really unfortunate.
Now that's not necessarily great teammate behavior. I don't think. Oh, he didn't mean to do it, but man, that probably
Stings a lot.
sucks. Dyson was coming back from a really rough day. Was running in a good spot. Not going to work out for him today.
I will tell you this, looking at the battle right now on the track for the actual race lead, once the cycles continue, right now this is going to be close to second battle, but if you look just ahead of them, Roman's not too far away.
Are we able to compare the distance between Vroman and Conklin and Benefield? I think that would be something I'd be interested in seeing. Do we have enough time? They got 10 laps. All right, let's see. 0.2 of a second, and the gap is just about a second. He can get there if that continues. He needs 0.2 of a second a lap, every lap, but if he does, he'll get there.
A lot of pressure right now, though, from Benefield. On the
Maybe
inside now.
It's a 3-car battle.
Side by side for second, or soon to be second. Four-tenths fast that lap while battling for that position.
Yeah, the battle for the win is going to be between Benefield and Conklin. I think that's what we're seeing right now. That's the truth. They're pushing each other to go faster and faster. It's just going to happen. I think that's how this is going to have to work itself out. Benefield down to the bottom. He's going for the eventual second place, but will most likely be the first one to catch Roman. This is going to be down to the wire, folks. 8 laps to go from Michigan, and 3 cars all have a say on who can win this race. More cars still up front that have yet to pit. Coffey, Medeiros, Moore, and Gallimore, Marty, and Mullins.
Quite a few cars still left to pit. Anything can happen. They can slip up, yellow can come out, and really throw a wrench in the finish of this race. See what happens. I not
Maybe
mean to say
fuel
that.
mileage. I think this has to do with fuel mileage, guys. I really do. I don't. Vroman is there. He's going to be there, and Vroman's going to be in trouble here, folks.
Oh, contact there for the wall for Benefield, just a little bit. But obviously he's all over the back.
Yeah, first time I've seen him hit the wall all day long, that 83. He's pushing hard.
He's really got the pressure on him now. He knows that the wind is right in front of him, outside of his windshield. Pushing hard. Trying to get every 10th of a second right now. We got one car that's coming on pit road. That's Moore. We got Medeiros as well down pit road.
All right, here comes Benefield to the bottom. He has yet to win this season. He would love to get a chance to do it. If those folks staying out front, staying out, don't make it on fuel, this will be the battle for the win. 83 has yet to do it all year round. I'm sure he'd love to silence the critics. and say, I can win a race still. I still got this. I'm quick any given week. I can win all the time. I don't care. That's probably what that 83's thinking right now, trying to keep these two guys behind him. He's gotten by Vroman, but now Conklin on the back bumper. This is going to be the battle for the win.
3 cars fanned out, 3 different spots on the track, just trying to complete this turn with all the clean air you can on your nose. As we watch more and more drivers continue to come down pit road, that puts Benefield in the 5th position.
Hoytsma. Remember Lucas Hoytsma, folks. He stayed out really long in that 97. He has the freshest tires out of anybody in this group. Maybe Hoytsma can come in at the last second and steal this win away. He's definitely in position.
I think he might.
Oh, he's got to pass 3 of the most difficult cars to pass in the field all day long in order to do it. One man remains out on the racetrack who might need to come down pit road. Alex Coffey stays out. We got a handful of laps to go. When will the 54 hit pit road?
Hoytsma. Can he pull it off? Right now, looking at it, he's got almost 10 lap fresher tires.
Oh boy, coming down to get 4 laps to go when we cross the stripe. Hoytsman's moved up to P3, and Coffey's on pit road. This is the battle for the win on your screen between these 3 cars. It's Adam Benefield, Sean Conklin, and Lucas Hoytsma, all 3 on different pit strategies, different tire sets, and all of them have a shot for the win here at Michigan.
3.5 laps to go. Look at them all spread out right here. This is going to be a heck of a finish. These drivers are just trying to figure out when is the right time to pull that move to make sure they get their pass at the right time on this closing stretch. Different tire strategies. You know, these cars around are going to be slower if you're Hoytsma. Hoytsma with a little bit of wiggle there off of turn 4, though.
3 laps to go this time by the 97. With the freshest tires, still not handling 100% great. Trying to catch up to the top 2, who are now separated just by half a car length. That 83 is driving the race of his life. Trying to hang on, trying to win this one race. The full-length Cup Challenge is so difficult to win, and he's trying to win against Sean Conklin, racing in the Cup Series. This would be definitely a high mark on his career if he's able to do it. You can see it right now. Hoytsma would love to have that. He's trying to go to the top. Look out, lap traffic up ahead. Lap traffic, look out. There's Zodiac going 3 wide. He's going to be split in the middle. Slows those 2 cars down. 2 laps to go. And now Benefield has a larger gap, but Hoytsma has 1 more car to go.
One and a half laps to go now. Coming around. What is Hoytsma going to do with those 10 lap fresher tires? I think he's going to go for it.
Oh, he has to. He has to. This is his last couple shots. He's going to the top lane. 83's been so good on the bottom all day long. The 97 with fresher tires carrying momentum. On the exit of turn number 4, coming to get the white flag. 1 lap to go here from Michigan. Hoytsma with the run. 83 trying all he can to keep him behind. Into turn number 1. Where will they go? 83 goes into the corner in the second lane. 897 up there in the third. Got a couple lap cars up in front. Probably not going to matter much. Down the back straightaway. The 97 getting the run. Into the final corner. Where is he going to go? He shoots to the bottom. And he's on the back bumper. No contact yet. He sends him up the hill, though. This ain't over yet. 83 on the top. They're side by side for the lead. Coming to the line. Benefield, Hoytsma on the bottom. Who is it going to be at the line? Benefield, I think, got it by 6 1/1000ths of a second. Oh, my God. What a win. His first win of the season. Adam Benefield gets the job done over Hoytsma, and a hard charge will hang on to P2. What a finish here at Michigan in the full-length Cup Challenge, and already magnificent drive by Adam Benefield to hang on to the win by just less than a millimeter.
What a drag race to the start finish line. That's what this league. Wow, green flag cycles, all 3 different pit strategies, and it came down to the last lap.
You saw him right there. He's doing burnouts on the front stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Benefield. Team Conti Sin Performance takes them to victory lane here today from Michigan. What a drive and what a call. And honestly, altogether, what a race. 6 1,000ths of a second determines the win. Benefield hangs on. Hoytsma will come home second. Conklin with a great third place run today. Vroman, P4. All 4 cars deserve a top 5 today. They were so fast. Hodgson able to grab 5th place. Galata falls back to 6th with Casey Graves getting 7th. Hunter Truel will hang on to 8th. 9th will be Devin Medeiros. And 10th will be Sean O'Brien Jr.
Right up there, just outside the top 10, you got 11th Alex Coffey, goes to Corey Moll. 13th goes to Ralph Hutchinson. 14th, Paul Gallimore. 15th goes to Tanner Marty. 16th goes to Cliff Mullins. 17th goes to Stephen Williams. 18th goes to Kevin Zozak. 19th goes to Jonathan Delaney. And 20th goes to Jose Medina.
The rest of your finishers will be coming across our screen here. Lim, Hill, Owens, Kulmacheski, Dyson, Hall, Harper, Isaac, Wood, and Pearson round out your top 30 with the rest of your field on the screen. Napier, Giglio, Miller, Mesnard, Kluot, Avila, Duggar, Hunter, Anderson, Taylor, and finally our final 2 finishers, Dave Hoytsma and Dylan Basin, will round out your 42-car finishing field in this one, folks. Honestly, I cannot believe what I just saw. What a drive. What a performance. Adam Benefield is joining us in the booth now. Adam, you got a copy.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hell yeah, brother. That was a heck of a finish. How did that feel? Tell me how your day went. Congratulations on the win, my guy.
Let's tell you, man, like we had a freaking car. We had a damn hot rod. I mean, that was straight up exactly. That was tighter. That was so everybody knows that was Michigan Team Conti Sim Performance. That was the tighter setup that I ran right there, and shit, that thing was good. I'm sorry. I thought I was gonna go this whole damn year without freaking winning, and that's yeah, Jesus, man. I'm freaking ecstatic right now.
I'm so happy for you, Adam. You did it by 6 1,000ths of a second to get your first win this season. We've seen you as a champion in the past. Now you got a win under your belt. I mean, how does the feeling come with this, knowing how close it was?
It's a relief, honestly. I mean, like, where were we last week?
Nashville.
Nashville. I felt like we had a race winning car at Nashville, and it got wrecked. I mean, like we're bringing freaking studs to the track, and it's either bad luck or the driver loses talent, and it finally paid off. Like there was something about it. Like in last minute, I decided, looking at the track temp, I decided to switch from benchmark over to tighter, and I did it. And there, like that first run, there was just something about it that I was like, man, like this car is really freaking good. I could just paint the line on both ends, and I can't take credit. I'm gonna give credit where credit's due. I never thought about running the bottom in 1 and 2 like that until I seen Sean do it, and it kind of, I went down there and I tried it, and it hooked really well. And then I've always ran the bottom in 3 and 4, so I just kind of stuck to that. And like the long run pace in this thing was unbelievable. And then me and Broman just working together, and dude, I can't think right now. Like that was a great race. Like I'm so glad. Like that was Sean stayed in it, and I really didn't think Lucas was a factor. And then all of a sudden he pops up on the relative. But coming down to the end, white flag lap, like there's nobody I'd rather race for a win. Lucas is. We've always raced one another very, very clean, very hard, and it's that's exactly what we did on that last lap right there. And I knew that he was going to do something, and I just had to cover it. He gave me a little tap going in turn 3, nothing crazy, and I just chased it. And I looked up and I seen Thomas Komacheski staying up by the wall, and I'm like, well, hell, just pull me on, brother. Let's see what happens. So I just used the pull off him and was able to barely beat out Lucas.
Honestly, Adam, that was one of the better finishes I've ever seen at the end of a race. You guys raced like you said, with respect. It wasn't door banging or trying to manipulate something. It was drag racing in the line, and it was beautiful to watch. Congratulations on the win. And anybody you want to shout out before we let you go, man?
Yeah, I just got thanks to everybody at Team Conti Sim Performance for bringing, like I said, hot rods every single week. Everybody on the Team Conti team in here, we had a full house tonight. Hasty got off the plane from Michigan and got right on the box. And if it wasn't for him, like I probably would have been lost and wouldn't known what to do on that last pit stop. So this one, he dialed this son of a gun in perfectly for that last run. And so big thanks to Hasty. And all the other guys over there. We had Kevin in there hanging out with us tonight. So I hate that our two teammates DQ'd one another. It could have been a good point tonight, but Dustin had a flat tire and was was struggling with it, and it was just an unfortunate situation. But yeah, you guys for broadcasting, Bobby for bringing this back. Like, man, I'm never. This league is so damn hard to race week in and week out, and the competition is so hard that, like, I told the guys I thought I was going to go the whole season without a win. And I haven't never done that since I've been in this league. So to get it, it feels amazing. And yeah, I don't even know, dude. I'm just going to keep talking, so I'm just going to go.
Well, Adam, congratulations again. Thanks so much for talking with us, and go and have a good time. Celebrate this damn win. You did great.
Oh, we're having a beer or 3.
Oh, good man. All right. Thanks for talking with us.
Yes, sir.
That was Adam Benefiel. Honestly, that was amazing. Very happy for him. But from one champion who with elation to another champion that just came up ever so short, he's with Jeremy.
We are standing by with our P2 finisher, the number 97 of Lucas Hoitzma, who almost sneaked it out there at the end, I believe, with 10-lap fresher tires. Lucas, you started 14th today. You come home second. Walk us through your day and what more you needed to probably get it done there on Adam.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty disappointed in this. Felt like that was my race to win. So I honestly, I wasn't expecting that strategy to work out so well, but it did, and I was way faster at the end there. I mean, if I had one more lap, but if I had another, turn, if I had my opponent not getting draft on the outside, I mean, it was that close, and I don't know, man. I couldn't have done much better, to be honest. I ran up front all day. I felt like I did my best, and just to come up short by that much, it hurts.
About 8 laps to go, we looked up and we saw your times. You were just flying, like you said. You came up 6 thousandths short, and you said maybe not even another turn. You maybe needed another 20 feet to make it happen. Lucas, congratulations at least on your second place finish. Who do you have to thank for getting you here tonight?
Well, big shout out to Ryko and Ralph for work they put in. Ralph Hutchison in the race, should specify. He did a great job with his car tonight. It was driving amazing. It really came in there at the end. It allowed us to take the 2 and run them down. I couldn't ask for anything better than that. It was tough to start with. I almost wrecked it a few times, but it was a tough one. But I also want to thank my family for watching, everybody who puts this thing on, and everybody who raced me clean tonight.
Awesome. We appreciate your time, Lucas. Congratulations on your second place finish, and hopefully we'll talk to you again in the near future.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, and Lucas, before you run, I got to tell you, man, I mean, that run to the finish was beautiful. What you did there, that was amazing. Went from, I didn't even see you coming. Neither did any of the leaders. I mean, not even Adam saw you coming until that last, like you said, 8 laps. So, I mean, you shouldn't, don't hang your head. You did absolutely wonderful. And that win's coming, Lucas. I know it is. It's going to happen again this year. You know it.
I appreciate it, Kirk.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, great way to make that finish beautiful. That's going to be something that's going to be a highlight for the rest of the season for sure. Thanks for talking with us, Lucas.
Glad I could put on a show. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Thanks. Well, we got to tell you here, Jeremy. You know, it's you saw that absolute elation of Adam Benefield, who had yet to win this season, get the win over 6/600ths of a second. Sorry, 6/1000ths of a second. And then the heartbreak that comes from second place. I mean, he hasn't won either. Lucas Hoitzman wanted it bad. Just 6/1000ths of a second. We can't have two winners, at least not that I'm aware of. Well, Jeremy, let's go ahead and bring up our final driver who finished P3 tonight, Sean Conklin. Sean Conklin, you Kirk up here in the booth, you got a copy.
I got you.
Man, I got to tell you, your car, I have so many questions, Sean. Got third place here today. That car was fast, bad fast. But at stage 2, I'm going to start with this. First, how do you feel like your car ran all day today? Did you have fun? And also, I need to ask, at that stage 2 break, when you came down pit road and stayed on that pit road for an extra long time, what was going on? Are you okay?
Yeah, the stage break was we ran a lot of laps under caution, and a lot of laps under caution made the race a lot longer than I wanted it to be. So I had to go to the bathroom. You know, I had to hop out of the car, take my belts off,
Oh, it was
and
a
go
bathroom
to the
break.
yeah, I had to go to the porta john right behind the pit box and you know, then do my business. But we got back out there and drove up to the front. Yeah, I think we definitely had a top 5 speed all day, but I don't know if we were the fastest car. I mean, I don't know if you could see it or not, but I was turning right most of that race more than I was turning left. Very,
Yeah.
very loose tonight, and even if you try to tighten it up, it just makes it so tight in the dirty air to where as soon as you get out of the dirty air and into the clean air, it just snaps, and that kept heating up the right rear, and yeah, it was quite loose tonight. It got to a point where I had a lot more turn than Adam at the end there, in the middle lane, but I couldn't get the power down just because of how hot my right rear was from all those slides. So we were really struggling with that, trying to get that right, but track kept changing on us and we kept adjusting for how the track was previously and not in the future. So probably a few things I could have done better driving wise, especially staying in the car for the entire race and not getting out. We'll have to get a bucket next time. But yeah, I had fun. I had a lot of fun. It was a wild race. It was tough to pass. It was relieving to pass when you finally could. It was very rewarding. But yeah, I had a lot of fun tonight. Got good points day. Not in stage one. Stage one we struggled a lot. We were really sideways in stage one. But yeah, overall good night.
To remind the viewers, you have 5 wins on the season so far this year, Sean. You're just dominant right now in terms of the win column. But you also, on that last little run here, I got 2 more questions for you. Whenever the green flag pit cycle started, you were the first one to pull the trigger and go down pit road. Knowing what you know now, is this something you would do again in the same situation, or would you stay out longer? And the last thing is, do you have anybody you want to shout out for an awesome finish at third place here today?
Yeah, I would definitely stay out longer. I kind of had in my mind that it might play out to be a Nashville situation where I could pit early and get the clean air and kind of jump away, try to save the tires before they pit and make it to where there's not really that big of a difference, but I can jump ahead on track position. But unfortunately, the tire fall off was more than I expected. I expected it to just kind of plateau out, just kind of even out, and we'd all stay in the same position. But Adam tracked me down and passed me like I was sitting still. I mean, I tried to keep him on my door, but there's just nothing I can do. I just that tire difference was way more than I expected. So definitely wouldn't do it again. I'd definitely go longer and maybe even take two. Nick almost made that work. And maybe with a little bit more track position before he pit, he might have won this race. But yeah, I definitely pit a little bit later, and I'd like to thank Ryko Performance and RFK, Fastenal, Bodyguard, and just all those guys.
Well, congratulations again, Sean, on third place, and we look forward to seeing are you going to run Pocono next week?
Yeah, I'll definitely be there.
Oh, heck yeah. We're going to be watching you, and we hope we see a good show just like we saw tonight. Congratulations on P3.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was Sean Conklin. Well, Jeremy, final thoughts from Michigan. A crazy finish. Tell me what you thought.
Well, the crazy finish came with a crazy start. A little hectic there at the beginning, but they got it all figured out. I think we had about 40 cars on this track almost, and that's incredible. These drivers really put on a great show. It was great to be a part of it this weekend. Hopefully we can find some more spots in the future to fill up to watch some more of this race and up here for the broadcast booth.
Absolutely, Jeremy. It was a pleasure to have you up here. You did a wonderful job. My name's Kirk Mills. Again, Jeremy Briggs here. And Morgan Cook, our producer, did a wonderful job just the same. Thank you all so much for watching Maconi Entertainment's production of the Full Length Cup Challenge. We'll see you next week when we go out to the Long Pond, Pennsylvania Triangle of Pocono. We'll see y'all then. And have a good rest of your day.
Best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need: Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.